You fucking still going on about that?
You know what? I have no cutback.
I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of suffering. Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I fucked up.
Somebody smell like shit! Somebody smell like shit! Wait! Somebody smell like shit! No! Somebody smell like shit!
The last time we had this...
wait. I know I'm going to get cooked on this show, so I'm going to go down fighting straight out.
Cow. This is what... See, now I'm in ultra power trip mode. Today. You got a blue card in this. 1 minute into the game and there's already been a blue card. There's already been a Man are trying to defend themselves. Haven't even started. Listen, I'm just gonna listen, guys.
He's still the best right back in the world.
Last day, hey now. The last time we had this exact panel,
Koji, remember the conversations we've had. He's Trent still the best right back in the world.
Oh, please. How's just doing she's butters anyway.
Why was the intro so long, blood? That's what I would have done.
He's still the best right back in the world.
How? Just give it a rest. Just give it a rest, fam. Just give it a rest. Just not trying to hear it, bro. I'll be real. Listen, the last time we had this panel together was the Zubimendi news. This exact panel was the Zubimendi news. It seems like whenever I get this panel together, bad things happen. Or bad things, have happened. But here we are. Welcome to another episode of the Big Six Pants. It's the Liverpool therapy show. And, you know, this was supposed to be another celebration show. I had the shades ready. Montgomery was going to be... I was going to be Montgomery. That's what it was going to be. I was supposed to be like this today. I was ready to, dot my I's, cross my T's, all of that stuff. Talk about how we was gloating and how great we are and how fucking great all of us are, how great Liverpool is. I can't be Montgomery today. Because we have to deal with an animal in the camp. Someone is among us that isn't one of us, clearly.
I'll see you later.
Even though they said there was one of us, they aren't one of us, So people say animal. A lot of people saying vermin, rodent, and all these names. I'm not going to go that far as of now. But listen, guys, before we do get into a very awkward conversation... Yeah, I mean, before we get into an awful conversation, very awkward conversation, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to FamZone, follow Kojo on all platforms. Make sure you follow and subscribe Jamie Phillips Football Chats and also Coppish as well. And you'll find Lauren. Where can we find you, Lauren?
Roaming about. No ally.
Like
no
Trent.
Loyalty.
Oh, Trent.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the first time. That's not the first time we've heard this today. That's not the first time we heard that today. So I understand what you're saying as well. But smash the like button, people. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are very close to 17,000 subs. So we're less than 160 away to the big 17K. I don't know if we're too far from 16,866. We want to stay away from that number today. So if you are even on 66 or someone unsubscribe or someone subscribe. So I'll let you guys know how close we are to that, and we'll stay far away from that number. No reason, of course. No reason. But the news has officially dropped that Trent Alexander-Arnold will be leaving Liverpool to join Real Madrid. Some are happy with the move. Not gonna say names. Some are absolutely gutted about the move.
No, wait. That's not a thing with me. Surely not.
Hey, I didn't say nothing.
No. I'm clearing my name. No, I'm clearing my name. I am not about Trent.
I ain't saying nothing.
No.
How I didn't mention you, but if you felt personally attacked, then we might have to have
I'm
a
always
conversation.
attacked on this channel, bro. This isn't therapy. This is this isn't therapy. This is let's invite someone to get rushed. You guys have therapy. I get rushed. So
have
I know
you
you're talking about me.
Have you ever watched Law and Order? This is the sort of therapy it is. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't lie, innit? I don't even know if I should start because I feel like with me, I might not be a YouTuber very longer if I say everything that's on my mind. So
start with a
anyone who kind of just wants to go and say what they want to say, they can say what they want to say, man. What's everyone's thoughts on the situation? Sorry, by the way, and big up everyone in the chat as well. Sorry, big up everyone in the chat as well. Big up your damn self.
Big up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want to go to prison, so I won't go.
Can I ask a question?
Cal, stop putting your hand up to speak, man. Just speak, bro. Like it's like I'm not gonna click remove. I'm not gonna click remove. Look, my hands are here.
Is he still the best right back in the world?
Yes, he is still the best right back in the world.
Okay. Do you think he?
You said you'd take Ben White over Trent, didn't you?
Wait. Do you don't?
Huh? Whoa.
Huh?
I was getting
Stop getting distracted by what Muncie's trying to do, guys. Don't fall. Be better than that.
Oh, yeah, did I hear it? No, I didn't hear that.
But is Ben White still a better option to get?
Damon Lauren, don't be fooled by what Muncie's doing. He's pressed.
Did you not say that?
Listen, I watch this shit weekly. I know what he's about.
All right, you know what
Muncie's on his villain arc, and he's gonna be
villain arc. He is the arc.
Villain.
He's the villain arc. There's no villain arc.
First of all, I don't be arcing nothing.
Villain arc.
I don't be arcing nothing. First of all, y'all better. This is a big six black. This is big six black.
Arcing's madness.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Arcing is crazy though.
Ain't no arc.
That's
all about no arc. That's crazy.
Months. You said he's a good defender. Do you still believe he's a good defender?
No, I said he's been good defensively this season.
There we go.
Would you still prefer Ben White over Trent?
I said, when I said this, I said I
What
want
is that? Hold on. Cal, what are you explaining? What are you explaining?
Can I finish?
Why is he explaining? Months, why is he explaining?
Kojo White over Trent.
Kojo, what Muncie's doing now is trying to deflect. Kojo, when I said I wanted Ben White to be a right back or another right back, where did I want Trent to play in the team, bro?
In the midfield.
Thank you, Kojo. Thank you. Did I ever once say I wanted Trent dropped from the team?
No.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Thank you.
My point is, Trent, you wanted Ben White to play over Trent at right back. So, I mean, the position. So, that doesn't mean Trent can be on the bench. Trent could have gone up front. He could have gone up front for. We could have been left wing.
Into midfield. Do you know the position he wants to play? In midfield.
He ain't playing in midfield at Madrid. He's not playing midfield there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Listen.
You're going to pick him over Camavinga and Tchouameni.
It's fine, Carl. Like, listen, we can listen. I've got ammo. It's just whether it needs to be the clip. You got what I'm saying? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But Carl, I know you feel at this time. If you want to speak your mind, that's fine. This is a safe space.
No, it's not.
This is
never been safe.
This is not very safe. I ain't gonna lie.
It's one of the most unsafe.
It's so
This is
not.
one of the most unsafe places on the YouTube space, bro.
This is unstable. This is unstable. Anything go on there.
No. This is
Hold
character.
on. No. This is I'm not Monts. You're not getting away with it. Monts. When one of the boys loses, when their team loses a game, what do they have to do on the stream? What do they have to do?
It depends how many things do they have to do. It's more than one.
Exactly. What are those things, Monts?
Well, first of all, they have to run the intro, and if it's not
All
done,
right.
you run it over and over again until they get it right.
Okay, cool. Dictatorship. Go on.
And if more than one person does lose on a weekend, on a match day, then they have to do a duet for the intro. So I'm talking someone someone leads while another does the ad libs, or they have to finish each other's sentences for the intro.
And what else? They have to sit there and what?
Oh, they don't speak unless they're spoken to, seen but not heard.
This just sounds like a Caribbean household to me.
Oh, and they have to
It is a Caribbean household.
That's what that sounds like to me. A Caribbean
And
household.
if they speak, they get compressed. Every time they speak, their box gets smaller and smaller.
Pause. All right.
That's crazy. Yeah, pause on that.
Does that sound like a safe space? Does that sound like a safe space?
Whoa.
It's character building.
Pause what?
Oh yeah, and they have to read the super chats. And even if they're speaking, if a super chat comes through, we just do the ESAC celebration.
Wow,
We've got to read the
this
chat.
should be called. This should be called Big Six China. What are we doing here, man?
My point exactly. This is not a safe space.
It's definitely not safe. It's not safe there. I'll tell you that for a
It's
fact.
character building. Was any of you lot's secondary school safe?
No,
Did it not make you lot what you are today?
no. I've got
Yeah,
stabbed.
but that just because I
Yeah. Character building. It's character building. Everyone knows what it is. Character building. Now let's continue building characters. Now, Cal, Trent
Someone said
Alexander-Arnold.
the M in HMP stand for months.
Oh dear. That's bad.
Let's say the M and HMP.
Who's saying her months is prison? Is that what they're calling it now?
Majesty months. Yeah.
He's now. Isn't it?
Listen,
Oh my God.
listen, yeah. Cool. I'm gonna start with this one, innit? Yeah. I'm not gonna be wishing anything bad on Trent,
Right.
but what I'm not gonna be doing is wishing him well. It's just gonna be an existing thing. I just know that you exist, and it's lucky that it's an existing thing. That's what it is. What I'm not gonna do is diminish anything he's done for the club. So the whole corner taken quickly. No, it wasn't Robbo. It was Trent. I'm not gonna diminish anything he's done. I'm not gonna diminish his quality. I'm not gonna now say he's crap or anything like that. This is more a personal thing between me and Trent and what I think, and obviously what you guys also feel about the situation as well. Some people have moved past it. Some people wish him well, and I think everyone's entitled to think the way they want to think on the situation. Some are gonna do the she's butters anyway. Some are gonna understand that the situation's the situation.
You can still move with your butters though. Don't mean, you know what I mean?
But I have to say, I have to say, even though the club are
Just
very
turn
much
around.
to blame for this, we spoke about this situation many times on the channel. But
Why are they to
unfortunately, here we
blame?
are.
I don't get it. Why are they to blame?
Who's
No,
to blame?
oh, go on, Carl.
I
This is where you come in, Carl.
missed
No,
that.
you said it that they're to blame. Why are they to blame?
Yeah. They're partly to blame, not fully to blame, partly to blame.
Why?
Wait, who? The club?
The club, yes, the club is partly to blame.
Okay.
100%.
Guys, this is my.
You're not telling me why. You just keep.
I blame
No,
Jurgen Klopp.
The
for no
reason the club has a part to blame is because of how long they took to start opening contract proposals to.
But how do you know this? How do you know this?
Was that you reported by Ornstein, Fabrizio? It's been reported by the highest.
Reported by what? They've never said that the club took long to start negotiations.
They did. Ornstein, I
you know
can't get
what?
the video up. Ornstein said the club started opening negotiations with Trent and offered him his first contract in 2024 of April 2024.
And who employs David Ornstein? Liverpool.
No, but
So why?
if
So why is
Go on.
it because Ornstein, someone that's not employed by the club, said something? Why is that gospel all of a sudden?
Well, I'm pretty sure that when Ornstein said we was gonna get Zubimendi, Callum, who's doing this at the side of the camera, was all for it.
No,
And
but
we
we're
were all
talking.
for it. Let's not pick and choose when we want.
No,
When we
but
want.
it's not-
No, we're talking.
How many
If
times are we
Ornstein
going to learn about
if
Ornstein?
No, hold on. If Ornstein said we was getting Ryan Cherky tomorrow, we'd all be sitting here acting like it's gospel. So now that it's something that's negative, or that's not something that we want to hear, we want to run the. Is he employed by Liverpool, or Cal doing this?
That's
You've just proved my point. Then you just proved my point. He said FSG were going to sell. The last time I checked, they're still running the club. He said we're going to get potentially Kvaratskhelia. Last time I checked, he's at PSG. He also said Zubimendi. He's still there. How many things is Ornstein got to get wrong before we realize that he might not have as much information about Liverpool?
That's fine, Carl. So if he says we're getting Turkey tomorrow, what are you going to say? It's not.
Of course, I'm going to be on stream. You know I am.
What
So are
are
you
doing?
You're not going to call me before I go live, Mons. What are we doing?
I'm just going to go all. You get it? So what are we doing? Let's not act like now because he's reporting news we don't like that he's not one of the most reputable journalists around. Come on, guys.
No,
let's not pick and choose today.
I'm not saying he's not reputable. Is he reputable about Liverpool though? That's the question.
Well, Cal, again,
there's only one journalist who's got this right through the whole time, and that's Fabrizio Romano. People might not like to hear it, but
I can't stand him.
He's got it right though since day one.
I know, but I just can't stand him. I hate him.
So are we not going to believe Fabrizio ever? What are we going to do today?
Can I get my question answered, or are we just going to ignore it?
What was your question? What about whether the club was to blame?
I'm saying the guy's not employed by Liverpool. We for the as long as we've been winning stuff, like over the last 10 years, we've been a club that's been tight-lipped. So why is it that we know we're a club that don't really talk about nothing when Klopp was there and Slot's there? All of a sudden, David Ornstein's going to tell us when we started negotiations on it. It's crock. Their club would never ever have that escape to know damn David Ornstein about when we have owners who are very astute. They're not stupid. Everybody with half a brain would know that you try and put your contracts down on the best assets. That reality is that they may have offered them contracts and they said no, we want to wait. I think that's very normal, especially when a random act of Jurgen Klopp says, I wake up one day and I don't want to be there no more. That's probably thrown everything. I think Klopp was here. He's not going to Real Madrid, Trent. That's what I believe.
Cal, what do you think of that?
Hold on. That's a spanner in the works. And now it's reaction to that moment, yeah? He's given Arne Slot a first year to see what he's doing, right? And he's made a decision. My thing is, that my initial question was, why is it the club's fault? All the club can do is start negotiation. If they say we're not ready for yet or we want time to think, there's nothing the club can do. Nothing. Because he's let his contract run down. They've not let his contract run down. Who would do that to Trent? Think about this logically. What club that's been run the way we've been run would let their players go there without offering them something? Are we that naive to just think that we sat there, we went blind, we just played football and let our three best players all of a sudden get? Come on, like you're not giving the club any credibility. So that's what I'm saying.
Kojo, that's a lot of what's being said is that FSG are as much to blame, if not more to blame, than Trent.
Who's saying this?
He's on the panel with us.
When did I say FSG's to blame more than Trent?
No, hold on, but Mons, I'm asking you direct. Forget what Cal's saying. I'm saying to you, in the behavior. No, I'm not diminishing what Cal said. I'm asking you directly, yeah, because you said it. I'm saying to you, give me something tangible, yeah, where our club doesn't move smart. Give me an example.
With how long it took all three of our contracts to be addressed.
But why is it the club's fault?
Because Salah and Virgil came out from early and said they wanted to stay.
They also
but we don't believe the tabloids because
forget the Cal. You know what they said was a crock of shit. You know it was. They both were signing, yeah, and they wanted to see how the new manager would do. Like we was never worried about Salah.
But when did we play Man United the first time at Old Trafford? That was like September, October.
September. It was the third game of the season, right? Yeah.
No, beyond that. I think.
Oh no, it was early October. It was like October 3rd or 4th.
Hold on. Can we wait? Hold on. Can we?
Salah came out in that game. Sorry, he came out in that
just
game and said that he wanted to stay. When did Salah get a contract offer?
You tell me, because you tell me.
In April.
Yeah, but that's when he signed it. But who says he wasn't offered it?
So if he wasn't offered it, why would him and Virgil come out and say nothing's happened?
Because I think all of this was to protect Trent. You see that moment when Van Dijk pushed Trent forward. What game was it? Was it the Leicester game when he pushed him forward?
Leicester.
That was the moment I knew he was gone.
Yep.
Name one
And
time
they
he's
did it
had
again.
to name
And they
one
did it
time he's
again
had
in
to
the
encourage
ceremony.
Trent to go to the fans. Please, what are we doing there? All of this was because they knew Trent was going, yeah, and they wanted to protect that because the fans would have turned on him. That may have derailed our season. I don't think there was ever. Van Dijk already said there was only ever Liverpool. So what, are we going to ignore that as well?
No, I'm not saying that.
That can be PR though. That can be. I'm not
Yeah,
saying.
but
I believe Virgil, but it could definitely. There's a definite possibility that can be
my
PR.
point is everything could be PR. I just think all of this was to protect Trent. That's my personal opinion. Yeah?
I think part of that is true. No, part of that, I'm with you on that. I think a lot of things were kept hush to protect Trent when I think the club and Trent probably knew where his man was going to be at. And I think doing that while fighting for the league, it just wouldn't have been feasible. It wouldn't have been feasible for anything. But what I'm not going to sit here and listen to is the fact that FSG don't have a right. Like FSG have been fine in this situation. A lot of us have sat here and said, yeah, listen, the club have a part to play in this. I've always said it's about 50-50. I think the club and Trent, I think it's a calamity between both sides. I think the club could have dealt with the situation better. I think Trent definitely could have dealt with the situation better.
100%.
But the only thing that I would agree with in that sense, yeah, is that little 6-month period where we had Schmachter or whatever the fuck his name was, yeah, when there was a little bit of grey area about who's coming in, who's going to run the club, all that. That was the loophole. That's probably the time when all of this should have been tied up or offered.
Probably, yeah.
Because at that time, Klopp was still there, right? But that's the main issue. Right, but I wouldn't say it's a thing of okay, Richard Hughes has come down and Michael Edwards has come back and then they just fucking blasé towards this. This is fucking Liverpool. We're one of the best run clubs. We are one of the best run clubs.
The moment he got made vice captain, that's when him and Virgil should have been given new contracts. The moment Henderson left and Milner left and they were promoted to captain and vice captain, that's when they should have got new contracts.
Yeah, but Cal, if they were offered it and they said we want to wait, what do you do then?
But why would they have not?
No. Answer the question. I'm saying to you, if they offered it to them and their agents are like, no, we want to wait and see, then what can the club do?
No, I hear that, but why would they have rejected contracts after just being made captain and vice captain?
Look,
because there was no rumors about Klopp leaving at that point.
Look,
you have to remember this, yeah. We're all on the outside, James. We're all on the outside of this. One thing I know is I've never ever played football and I don't know what the fuck's going on with my teammates. Never. It doesn't happen.
Didn't know Klopp was leaving until they told him.
No, I understand that, but I'm talking about whether people are gonna go or not. Yeah, the players talk. You're gonna chat to your fucking players, bro. Like, let's not act like they're not talking to each other. Like, what world are we living in?
See, I think my personal belief is that Trent's just always wanted to play for Real Madrid, and he saw an advantage that he could play for Real Madrid. I think he knew if he signed a new contract, Liverpool would never accept a transfer fee from Real Madrid for Trent Alexander-Arnold. So he saw his opportunity to play for the club he might have always wanted to play for. Yeah. Now, if you're a Scouser, being from, and you're a Liverpool through and through, and your dream is to play for Real Madrid more than it is for Liverpool, it's an issue. But if that's what he wanted to do, he went around the way of doing it, which what everyone wants to think. The fact of the matter is, I don't know what's going on. He got offered a deal, whatever. He got offered a deal late as well. He's seen Trent and Virgil. The thing is, he's seen Trent and Virgil sign new massive contracts, yeah. And
Salah and Virgil.
Salah and Virgil. Stay at the football club. He could have signed really late on. The party after winning the title. It could have all changed his mind. You're going, you know what? Yeah, Real Madrid is in my mind. I've always wanted to play for him, but my God, I can't leave this. The boys have just signed new deals. Slott's doing a madness. It's a new regime there at Liverpool. hopefully we go big in the summer. We got opportunity to defend the title, and maybe I'm going to change my mind. I think he just wants to play for Real Madrid. And the other thing, the whole thing that's pissed me off through the whole day, when I was reading about the article and reading what Trent was saying about a new challenge, that irritated me, right? Because if I'm a Liverpool fan through and through, I wouldn't leave Liverpool for anything here. And my challenge would be, let's go and win 21. Let's go and win 22. Yeah, with a new regime. Let's go and win the 7th Champions League. Yeah, that's a challenge. And when people tell me, "Oh, he's won everything, he can leave Liverpool now," he probably wants to leave Liverpool because he's won everything. So what? In 2 years, he's going to leave Real Madrid if he wins everything, or is he going to stay there? So I just feel like he's always wanted to play for Real Madrid. He saw his opportunity. And he took his opportunity.
You know what it is, Jamie? I fully agree with you. I personally don't believe he's always wanted to play for Real Madrid. Right? My issue right now is, and I was listening to Rory earlier on talking about it. Yeah, and I'm sick and a club like Liverpool. We have domestic rivals, and then we have fucking international rivals. Yeah, no one ever talks about this. We always act like we can chase Man United down, but we're not trying to chase Real Madrid down. We are trying to chase Real Madrid down. We are Liverpool. We are the most accomplished team in the UK, period, right? So Real Madrid, whether people like it or not, are rivals. I will never, ever be convinced that a boy from Liverpool had dreams bigger than playing for Liverpool. I would never ever believe it.
I think
now you come in, you do well for your team. You've accomplished a lot of stuff, right? But there's so many gaps of things that you can do. Look at Mo Salah. Do you think he came there thinking he was going to knock all these records up? But he sees that, you know what, I can break records and I can be the main man at this club. This club allows me to still challenge for those them records. So, like you just said, Jamie, there's so much stuff that he hasn't done that he could be looking at as a new challenge here. You're leaving the club which is one of the best teams in Europe.
Do you know what?
And also, La Liga ain't on Sky Sports anymore. Let's not act like the viewership is what it used to be. Once Eden Hazard left, who heard of him?
Yeah, he's playing with chunks now. Big up. But look, like when you watch him, yeah. Do you know what threw me about Trent? And it was about a year ago now when he did that interview while he was playing. Was it not when he was playing for England? I think he did an interview with Sky Sports, and they were looking at his thing, and they were going, "What you could do in the future? You could be captain of Liverpool, win a Ballon d'Or, win the World Cup of England, yeah." And the way he surpassed the Liverpool captaincy to pick Ballon d'Or, that told me everything right there. That told me everything right there. Mm-hmm. You won't win a Ballon d'Or at Liverpool. It's just the way it is. Yeah. If Mo Salah played for Real Madrid and scored the GA he has, he'll probably win Ballon d'Or next year. But because he plays for Liverpool, he's probably not going to win it. Yeah. He knows that. He probably feels like you go to Real Madrid to become a legend and become immortal. That's what you do if you go to Real Madrid. He's picking an individual thing over being the captain of his football club. When he went, "Oh, I've been captain," that was like 5 minutes, Trent. That weren't being captain, man. Yeah. That was just getting the... Curtis Jones has been captain longer than you have at this football club. That was just a 5-minute job. Being a captain is being a legend at this football club. The captaincy of Liverpool may be different to other captaincies at other clubs. Maybe Man United have got the same sort of feeling because of how big they are as well. Being the captain of this football club is huge. And the fact that he went, "I've done that." Like it's like he's picking a girl off the street. "Yeah, I've been on with that one. I've been with that one. I've been with that one. I don't want that one." You know what I mean? That's how it felt to me. And since then, his ego's out of control. He's arrogant.
Do you know what?
He's cocky. He needs to be knocked down a peg or two, man. He really does.
I hate calling people arrogant, but I will not lie and act like his performances and how he tracks back and whether he feels like it and when he doesn't feel like it. And we can't sit here and say that we've not seen arrogance in him. We can't not sit here and say that. We've seen it on the pitch. And you know what? I am somebody that's going to wish him well, yeah? Because I believe that if there's more for you to achieve, then go and do it. But I genuinely don't believe that he's going to more, not in the state that Liverpool's in.
Yeah, but coach, the thing is, yeah, you don't see what Jamie's saying, yeah? I hear what you're saying. As a Sky say, he mostly did want to play for Liverpool all his life. Yeah, but his dreams might have changed now. Like, he's seen Bellingham go there, he's seen Mbappe go there. He might have had a phone call. He's got friends there. Like his brothers in his ear. It's a different lifestyle. He might want to go to Spain. Him and his brother, they're young boys. They might want to experience different life.
But
I'm not a
when you
footballer.
say different lifestyle, but when you say different lifestyle, well, like, you're talking about the weather, bro. 'Cause that's the only thing.
Weather, different. What's it called? Culture, anything, bro. It's not me. If I'm a Liverpool fan through and through. All I want to do is play for Liverpool. You get me, bro? He's a young boy. He might want a different. I don't know, bro. I can't answer for him. I can only think what's going through his head. Because in my head, I would only want to play for Liverpool. That is it. Full stop. But for him, bro, for him to be a scasser and for him to leave Liverpool when we at the top table, we are challenging Real Madrid. You get me? We're not inferior to them. You get me? So for him to leave the best club in the world, what I think is anyway, to go to Real Madrid, it's got to be a different culture. He wants to, because it's not about trophies. Because Real Madrid ain't in no position to be more trophies than us right now. No position at all.
Let's not act like Real Madrid ain't got absolute ballers there, right? Individually, and he's gonna say, I want to go and play with these guys. These lot are around my age. These are going to be the new legends of the game potentially, right? I want to go and play with the best players that I can, and I think it's probably more that than it is anything else. Do you know what I mean? Because I believe if all them players was at Inter Milan, he'd want to go Inter Milan. I genuinely don't believe it's about Real Madrid. I think it's about the players that they've got, and he wants to be amongst that. And I can understand that as a
I think it's about OnlyFans. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
I can't talk to Dark Heart.
No, I'm telling you, man. He wants that OnlyFans life. He wants that. What I mean by it, he wants that lifestyle, that Hollywood lifestyle. That is what he's craving.
But
that Real Madrid.
But why do people say that? These footballers, he's at one of the biggest clubs in the world right now.
He doesn't think
he becomes a Galactico, innit? He becomes a Galactico.
He doesn't think Liverpool is the biggest club in the world.
Trent's legacy in football is more important to him than his legacy for Liverpool.
They're going to start calling him Shannon Sharp. You know that, don't you?
That's what it is.
No, he wants to his legacy. That's it. He wants to fulfill
I'm saying his legacy in football, from his standpoint, is more important than his legacy at Liverpool.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. Of course, it is.
But Mons, can I ask you a question? Like, I'm thinking about legacy, right? When you talk about legacy at Real Madrid, there's players who have done remarkable things for Real Madrid that aren't legends there.
Yes, Gareth Bale being one of them.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is, what can he possibly do that makes him a legend at Real Madrid? That Gareth Bale hasn't done, that Steve McManaman hasn't done.
No, he might not be legend at Real Madrid. He might be legend in football in general. Just he's been to 2 top clubs and won everything at 2 top clubs. Like he might, bruv. I wouldn't.
Is Arbeloa a legend?
No, I'm not saying it.
He doesn't be legend at the clubs. What I'm saying, he might. Like Manny wants to play in every country.
Bringing Arbeloa's name is crazy, but I hear it though.
Arbeloa is nasty work.
I hear what you're saying, Kojo, in terms of what can you do that? Obviously, Bale won games for Real Madrid. McManaman scored in Champions League finals. Bale and McManaman never won anything until they got to Real Madrid. Trent's won everything at Liverpool that he could win potentially, pretty much, that he's competed in. If he goes and does the same at Real Madrid, he will be seen as that guy. It's not nice for us because we want him to stay at Liverpool and continue winning stuff with. But in his mind, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm certified as a football legend because I've conquered Liverpool."
So after Real Madrid, he's gonna go Celtic. Like, what are we doing?
He'll be Aston Villa in 3 years.
Because the league,
he'll be Aston Villa in 3 years.
Let's not act like he's going to a league that's going to be competitive. It's either them or Barcelona and maybe Atletico. That's what it's going to be.
I agree. But again,
so where does the credibility come? Where does the credibility come that you're going to a team that normally wins without you?
But that's the problem. That's the thing, bro. A team that normally wins, so I don't think he cares about the credibility. He just cares about the trophy.
I know, but I'm saying, but does that make you look at him and go, "Oh my God, he's done phenomenal because he went"?
No, but that's how the football world sees things.
No, but you're part of football.
No, but we're not casual fans. I'm not even saying this to be disrespectful. We're hardcore fans. Hence why we're all sitting on a panel speaking about football. The casual fans are the ones that really turn the needle. In any walk of sport, whether it's boxing, football, MMA, the ones that get the most love is from the casual fans. If I said to you all right now, Conor McGregor, you all know who Conor McGregor is, even if you're not big fight fans. But Conor McGregor's not even a top 5 MMA fighter of all time. But if you ask the casual fan about a top, let's say I ask a casual fan about John Jones, they might not have a clue. Vanderlei Silva might not have a clue, but they know Conor McGregor. And that's what it is for him. He wants that legacy where people, a casual, go, Trent. Oh, I know Trent. He played for Liverpool, won everything, went to Real Madrid, won everything. I know him. But we know Trent's not the best of all. He's no Cafu. He's no Dani Alves. We know that. We love Trent, but we know he's not that.
Could have been a Liverpool man.
But the casual fan don't care. They only care about, bro, Kojo, my little one's 6. Do you know, me and Stevie had an argument in the car the other day because he told me Ronaldo is one of the best players. He told me Ronaldo.
Argument. Oh, cow.
Sorry. Yeah. I took all of his devices away because
fair enough. That's all right.
He's convinced that Ronaldo's better than Messi, and it's not even a debate. But he's 6. So all the PR and the stuff that he sees about Ronaldo, in his mind at 6 years old, believes that Ronaldo's clear of Messi.
And maybe I show speed as well.
And you call yourself a dad.
Exactly. Messi doesn't have an ISO speed. You know what I'm saying? So like
exactly. So like it's the casual fans that change it. It's not us. We're the hardcore fans. We know what it is. It's the casual fans that move the needle, bro.
Hold on, Kojo. Just before we move on, hold that for just before we move on, guys. Obviously, big up Tom Little and Treat for the raid as well. We currently have 530 in the house right now. So guys, make sure you guys are smashing the like button as well. I believe we're on about 106 likes, so we need to double that. So let's get to 200 likes ASAP. Big up everyone in the chat. We see your opinions as well. You know what I'm saying? As well, we see everything that you're saying as well. In fact, big up Jay Warrior saying let's get to 300 likes. Shout out to Tariq as well. And Apollo said, which Ronaldo? I don't think he'd be old enough to know the other Ronaldo.
He started learning now, bro. He's learning now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to 667 likes. Yeah. Let's And you know it's bad when Tom Little finally went live. By the way, guys. No, it's bad when even Tom Little went live.
In the comments like Tom Little went live.
Shout out Tom. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I just kind of want to swing it back to you. I have a question for the chat and obviously for the panel. Do you guys feel like who's to blame more on a percentage scale? So for me, it's 50-50. I think the club 50%. I think Trent 50%. I'm actually leaning to about 55% Trent, 45% the club. But I'm in between there. Where is everyone else with that? Chat, let me know.
100% Trent.
100% Trent.
I'm
blaming the club. I'm blaming the club, man. I'm blaming the club.
How much percent, Dean, are we talking for the club?
I'll say 80% the club.
Carl?
What?
Yeah, someone in the comments would put 70% Trent.
Sorry, my hand slipped. Sorry, my bad.
I'm gonna go 50-50 as well.
50-50.
Yeah. Both to blame at different points in the whole contract negotiation.
I feel like he was more than 50% for the club before this, but it's fine. You know what? Lauren, what was yours?
70-30
for the
on
club
Trent.
or on Trent? Interesting.
Yep.
I'm with Lauren.
Yeah.
Are you? So
yeah, because I think that 30% is that when we had Schmachter and all that nonsense, which is the club, right? So that's the part that I think that's where they fucked up. I don't think anything after that is them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, look, be fair.
Wait, look at David Reese's now. I've just seen David Reese's picture, you know. I can't even sorry guys.
No, yeah.
That was actually I was bringing up the comment and I was about to bring up I was reading his comment, bro. And as I brought up the comment, that picture's crazy. Oh my
God. I've actually seen worse today, I'm not gonna lie.
That picture's crazy, man. I don't even wanna right.
What I want to know is who wins, 1 Trent or 100 gorillas? That's what I want to know.
Listen, but yeah, no, I just the reason I asked that question is because I feel like when I've been crashing out on Trent, my good friend Callum has been the one to remind me that the club has more of a part to play. I pretty much understand that, and Cal has educated me on certain things. He has educated me as well. Cal has definitely educated me on certain things. Where
who started this FSG thing? Who started it? Because when has I don't understand.
Me apparently.
I don't know why people. I don't understand.
Wait, no, chat. Are we gonna act like Cal weren't blaming the club? Was the one siding?
I have heard Cal come for FSG.
Hold on.
And Matt
that's not a thing, though.
Hang on. I've just seen
the fact that you're doing this 50-50 thing's crazy to me.
Hold on, wait.
Every time I've crashed out about the Trent contract thing,
that is
you're always reminding me about the club. Like, and the chat will back me on that. I'm sorry. This is not a bro. Chat. Cal been blaming the club. And
when was I
50%, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
When I was blaming the club, had all three players signed contracts?
No one had signed.
I mean, no one signed contracts.
No one.
Okay, cool. I rest my case then.
No, but it's bro. It was that was not point. I'm talking about not good enough. We were talking about Trent when Trent was the topic. It was more on the club.
Had anyone signed for the club?
It was about all three of them.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm saying when I was crashing out about Trent. When I was crashing out,
but Trent was part of the three that hadn't signed.
Thank you.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
Context.
I'm gonna go back and find the footage. You guys
speaking Portuguese. Context.
I blame Trent's dad.
Jesus.
He should have pulled out years ago.
No, I think with nowadays we just can't hold the football players on this pedestal that they're going to be loyal. They're not. It's not this Hollywood narrative that they're gonna. Oh, he's gonna. I'm sorry. Like, if we go back to the video that he had, like Trent recorded, that was a ChatGPT statement. Bro subscribed to the ChatGPT Pro and just pumped out like the most generic.
What you saying, Lauren? That was the 15th take.
And like at the beginning of the video, oh, he sat down and did, okay. And it's like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, you're really gasping for air, ready to record the most important video of your damn life. Come on now.
It was like a hostage video, wasn't it? It was like a hostage video.
Yeah, it's like
you're sitting there going, my kids have been taken away from me. My kids have been taken away. I've got to somehow help.
Yeah, I've only fucking loved it, and I know that some people are gonna be angry, lads, but I don't fucking care. Oh, I'm gonna go to
that was the best South African Trent I've ever heard.
No, it's just like you can't. I learned from the Coutinho thing. Like, because I was in high school when that happened and I was heartbroken. And I just thought, yeah, they don't make players like Gerrard. They're not going to do they're not going to stick with
no matter
what. It's not going to be a movie.
Kojo, chill. No.
I'm saying,
Kojo, go ahead.
No, Lauren.
Leave it.
I hear what Lauren's saying, yeah, but I think, and to support what she's saying, getting injury, you find out real quick how much business this is. Do you know what I mean? So whilst we are diehard Liverpool fans, and I think, to be fair, I think as a fan base, like, there's many worse fan bases. Arsenal, yeah, that would be saying all kind of stuff in this scenario. If Saka was even hinting,
if Saka left, are you kidding me?
If Saka went to the shops, they'd be losing their mind. You know what I mean? Just to go and get a little.
Saka limps to the shop. He limps to the shop.
So what I'm saying is that this is a business, right? And I think players, I am for players looking after themselves, because I'm telling you, when a club don't see fit to have you anymore, like you're gone, you're in the wilderness, they don't care. Do you know what I mean? All of this stuff just goes. So, the good advisors will definitely have you thinking about your life and thinking about your career and what's right for you. And I feel like, having won what he's won with Liverpool, I also believe if Gerrard had won what Trent won, he might have gone to Chelsea. He may have gone to not Chelsea. Hold on, not Chelsea. He may have gone to Real Madrid.
No. Go on. Speak on it.
No, I'm saying
Chelsea.
Hold on. No, not Chelsea. I'm saying
all right, that's
Trent
fine.
Brother, if Gerrard had won what Trent won, he would have been like, bro, I've done it. I can go and play with Zidane. Excuse me? Zidane wants me over there. Are you mad? Trent, he would have gone as well. He would have gone as well. Because he would have felt like I've done my boyhood hero thing. So I'm saying part of me that wishes him well is because I know how short this career is, and everybody's a game away from getting injured and life-threatening injuries. So go and make the most out of it. When you look back, you won everything at your boyhood club. And for me, you could look back at that and go, you know what? I done my thing there at my boyhood club. If I never do anything again, I done something at my boyhood club. I can respect that.
So what's the problem then? Because I don't see the problem. What he's done, yeah, right? He's leaving, yeah. Can't we just look at the big picture? He wants to leave, yeah. I don't see no one's fault here. Like, he wants to leave. What is the problem? Like we going mad that he wants to leave. Robbo, would anyone be angry now if we sold Robbo in the summer and got Kirkers?
I would be.
You'd be angry. You'd be fuming, yeah. Right, Robbo wants a new contract.
I'd actually be quite happy.
I would actually. I'm one of the only.
He's not beating the Robbo allegations.
I am the only one probably who would give Robbo a new deal.
I would as well.
What?
I would.
As the main
I feel sorry for him.
Not
No,
the main
as a backup.
Yeah, as a backup,
No.
number two.
Oh, the backup.
yeah. I need to hear all of it.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel sorry for Robbo because he's blatantly asking for a contract. He's asking people to make noise for it, yeah. But we're willing to throw him away, yeah. But when Trent wants to leave, we're making all this big fuss about he's a traitor, he's that, he's this. Bro, it's his career. Like, what can we say? If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants. He's the one that goes out training every day, not me.
It's
he's
his contract down for me.
Yeah, but the club's got to make a decision then. The club can make a decision to sell him, or that's what we should have done then.
Yeah.
Like, he can't run down his contract.
If we put him on sale, I bet you any money Real Madrid wouldn't have bought him.
Robbo, look, I'm going to say something now. Robbo was the better fullback in all these years. He was the better fullback.
Yeah, he was. I agree.
More consistent up until I would say last year and a half. He was the more consistent.
Yeah.
But
someone's just sent me a clip.
Of course they have.
That ain't my face. That's all right.
I don't even listen.
My face.
Listen. I mean, listen.
It's obviously about me. Let's play. Let's just go.
It's about Cal. It's obviously about Cal.
Doing the intro, we already know it's about me. Let's play. Let's go.
Cal. I didn't find the clip in it. Someone just
said, let's run it.
Here's the clip in it. You know, and
when was it from?
When the Trent news was announced about.
I think it's when you were 5.
When the Trent news was announced from Ornstein and Fabrizio. The last time.
When was that?
Just run the clip, man.
This is gonna have no context.
I'm sharing the screen. I'm sorting out now.
It's like this is your life.
Actually, to be fair, Cal was a month ago. It was a month ago.
You should have the date on it. What was the date on it?
Cal, you look like if it's a month ago, you probably had the same trim, blood.
The beard was just coming through.
What's the date? Can we get the date? What's the date?
Cal, you better not have the same clothes on, you know, blood. I swear that.
How do I find the actual day?
Hover over the month ago. Or yeah, that too. March 25th.
Yeah, it was March.
Wait. Hold it right there.
March 25th.
Look how fed up Cal looks already.
Hold it right there.
Stressed.
No, he's gonna look like Klopp. He's gonna look like Klopp at the end of his
No, not at all. 11th of April 2025 was when Mo Salah signed his contract. This video was done on the 25th of March 2025. Go and run it then. Let's go.
Disclaimer quickly.
What I will say is I feel the club could have done more to sort out the contracts from a couple years ago. When Trent was made vice captain, he should have been given a new contract there and then. And I don't think we've got this situation. What have I said wrong? Go on, crash out. What have I said wrong?
He just that clip was what you said already today.
All right then, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Oh, crash out. Crash out. What have I said wrong?
No, I don't need to crash out. My point is that you have been blaming the club, and I'm
context.
Cow.
What's the context?
Cow. When I'm speaking specifically about Trent, you have been blaming the club when I've moved it. Remember, in the title,
play it back, bro,
play it back. And I'm not saying, and yes, you said, I know you said a couple of the contracts. So you're saying
plural.
Yes, plural. Yes, but even though Mo and Virgil signed their contracts in the end, let's not act like you didn't have a problem, or we, and not even just you, because it's more than you, it's me as well. We all had a problem with how the club handled all three contracts. The fact that it took so long just to get Mo and Virgil's contract out in the open and finally signed. So why are we now acting like it's Trent? Why are we not acting like? Why are we acting like the Trent thing is any different? I'm confused.
So what are we talking? I'm confused by what you're asking me now.
Cal, I'm saying that, bro, right now, you're making it seem like it's 50-50, it's Trent on the board. When throughout this time, when we've spoken about Trent, whenever we've debated about Trent, you've been speaking about the board way more than Trent. Way more than Trent.
Because
what more could Trent have done thing? What more could Trent have done?
Nah, Munch.
Why is that so hard for everyone to understand?
Because you're better than this.
No, I'm not, brother. Oh my days. Do you know how long I've been streaming with you, Cal? You have been more on when it comes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent, not Mo, not Verge. And even if you were talking about all three of them, the other two have signed now. But the way it's been handled, you still wouldn't say that that's a good way that the club have handled these contracts.
Of course, it hasn't been, but they've signed.
There we go. But that's not the point. That's not the point I'm making.
When I said this, they hadn't signed. So what am I meant to crash out on the players when all three of them hadn't signed? When the club had let their contracts run down for the last couple of months.
All right, it's fine. As I said, the energy you have for the club compared to the energy you had is completely different, isn't it? It's completely different.
It was the 25th of March, months. Of course, the energy is different. We hadn't won the league, and two of the three players hadn't signed contracts. Of course, the energy is different.
Have you not seen what Fabrizio Romano just posted?
No.
What's he done now?
He said Jude Bellingham and Trent are dating.
I won't be shocked, man. He'd be able to tell you what flavour condom he wears.
Jamie always has to go that extra bit in it.
Look at Moz's book. Moz's face, bro. He said, "Who's leaving now?" Listen, honestly, for me, I feel like this is Coutinho point 2. I feel like we all thought it was the end of the world when Coutinho left, and it made us go on and just do some phenomenal things. And I genuinely feel like, Trent has done well for us. Whatever he does in Real Madrid, I don't really care. He's not our player anymore, and we are in a great position to move on. You know what I mean? We're not desperate. We're not desperate like we used to be when these things were really shaking up the club. I think we're well run. We're gonna have a great summer. And thank you to everything that he's contributed to us. But bro, we've been there before. I swore to myself when Torres left, I said that was the last time I'm going to get emotional about someone leaving Liverpool. When Torres left, when Suarez left, I think he earned the move. He gave us for where we was at. We couldn't give him what he wanted. I understood it. Trent has been part of a great part of our history. He's won everything. Was 2 fucking Premier Leagues, bro. Yeah, which he was pivotal part in. Bro, go and do your thing, but don't look back. This ain't no Ian Rush. This ain't no. Let me come back and see what you man. This ain't no Michael Owen. Oh yeah,
he can't
go Man United if you have to. I don't give a shit. It's done now.
No. That's crazy.
Done
we can't have another one.
I'm just saying, if he goes and does that, it will be because we don't want him back. I don't want him back though.
Yeah.
Well, Trent don't want to come back. He said that.
Would you have him back? Would you have him back after 3 seasons?
Come back.
You go ask me that in 5 years' time.
What? I'm not.
I think
the answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no right now.
I think
this isn't. I'm not thinking rationally right now. I can admit that.
I think Trent's gone to Real Madrid to play in midfield as well. I don't think he plays right back for Real Madrid.
That's still an untested experiment.
He'll move. He might move there, but I think he's going to play right back.
I think in Spain he'll have more time on the ball to be able to manipulate where he plays. He plays. If you look at Real Madrid, what is Real Madrid's biggest problem in midfield this season? They haven't got a passer.
No,
Carries.
Why didn't we add
Can't get
Nunez
this thing
to
up
that
the
deal?
field.
Why couldn't they just take both of them for free?
I don't know.
Stupid.
I'd have paid.
It
I would
would-
have taken
it would
paid someone
be.
to take that fucking scrub. But
No.
shout out Sergeant Yarrison Hates. He says when said someone, an unknown LFC player wanted, all I can do
Oh
is
yeah.
respect.
Yo.
What was that?
God. I don't know. If
Oh,
I-
that was me. Who was
Nah.
I saw exactly. I saw what I saw.
I was
So
a
I
fan.
saw-
I was a
I
fan.
can't even.
I was a fan of man. I
so-
just opened the door and walked in. It was that bad. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad. I can't even.
Damn it.
I can't
What is
even-
going on here?
Can I ask you lot
I can't even-
how you lot felt when Darwin Nunez missed
I
that?
didn't feel
missed that
much,
chance?
to be fair.
No, fuck
I
it.
can't lie. I crashed out. I didn't even care about the game when I crashed out.
I think
didn't even care about the game when
I think Salah's head was just as bad as Darwin's.
No,
Because like he just.
I'm just numb.
What Darwin's
How
head
the
though?
hell was it as bad as that? How?
Salah's was in
Was
front of
it-
the goal
was
as
it-
well.
I want to know if it was the
Oh.
club's fault or if it was Darwin's fault. I don't know. I just at this point.
Oh no,
I'm
the
just-
one he headed it back to Salah from the cross. He went have it back.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No.
If he didn't
I'm
move
with
his
you.
head, it still
I'm
would.
with
If
you.
how about this? If he just kept his head where it was, if he didn't move his head towards the ball, like if he didn't do this, it would have hit him gone in. The ball would have hit him and it would have hit him and gone in.
Where the fuck
Is
is
he-
that
is-
game?
Look in the direction of the
Can I ask
net.
you a question? Have we had a striker worse than Darwin Nunez in our history?
Yeah, Sean Dundee.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
But
is
not how- not how-
Sean
hold on,
Dundee.
wait, hold on. Sean
El-
Dundee
El
didn't
has
play in the
done
games.
El
has
I haven't heard
Juice
Dundee in
as
a
well.
minute.
Sean
Sean
Dundee
Dundee.
didn't play in the games. Who else is there?
He played one.
Veronin. Veronin. We had some
Eric-
horrible.
Wait,
Eric-
hold on. What?
Eric Meyer.
Veronin.
Eric Meyer.
Veronin was better than Darwin Nunez, bro.
Oh, get out. He was not with a ponytail guy. Oh, you're crazy.
Bro,
He was horrible.
Shawn Michaels. You weren't better.
He was
Wait,
horrible.
hold on, wait. You're saying that he went better than Darwin Nunez?
He was horrible once. He was horrible.
Darwin,
I mean,
in my
I'm
opinion,
sorry.
was pound for pound the worst striker we've had in terms of the amount of money we spent on him and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
money. Yeah.
He's not the worst striker we've
But
had.
I'm talking about name another striker who you could remember in our history
Barini.
that misses. Hold on,
Kamara?
that misses so many clear-cut chances.
Oh, yeah,
1-on-1.
that's true.
Eric Meyer.
No.
Barini
You're
wasn't
saying
given the
names,
chance
Jay.
that
You're just
Nunez.
saying names.
Kamara was
Barini would get
like-
more goals than Nunez in this team.
Huh?
I think
No,
Barini would
Barini-
get a
Barini.
similar
I
amount of
think
goals.
TT
to
takes
Nunez.
it.
Oh, Barini.
I think Andy Carroll's better than. I think Andy Carroll's better than Darwin Nunez.
Remember him now, Kojo. Barini was
Barini was fucking.
That's
But
so-
Barini was pants though. He was pants.
No, but we
He
got
was
him from
terrible.
Swansea, bro. Like for me, yeah,
David
Darwin Nunez
Barini-
came
No, no,
from
Sunderland.
Benfica.
No,
Right,
Sunderland would
right.
get him.
Aspas.
No. Aspas is clear of Nunez. Aspas is clear. Of Nunez.
Aspas the baller.
Yeah, when he
just
left
came at
us,
the wrong time for us.
when he left us, he went and done
Aspas was a
something.
baller. No. Suarez was just there. Aspas was way better than Nunez.
Yeah, he just came at the wrong time, I think, because he went
wrong
back
time.
and killed it.
Wrong time. David
But-
Rees
but-
says
but-
Trent in the mid, Kyle and Trent planned this all along. He said Trent and Kyle planned this all along. It's crazy.
What Calvin Trent planned it is crazy.
Shout out Ray with the super chat. He goes, big up the super chat, by the way, Ray. Big up, good to hear from you. He says Klopp held us back in the last 2 years of his dumb tactics, stupid decisions, and loyalty towards players. Slot's fixing his mistakes. I actually got to watch Nunez play football stress-free. Arnie Slot has changed my life.
Wow.
I got to watch Nunez play football stress-free.
Yeah, and he's still missing
Crazy.
headers. He can't even hit the net.
I said he saved my life.
I don't know how Darwin's had kids. How much he misses. Mad.
Oh,
Bro. Well, even when he was trying to back the man, he was missing with the chair, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know.
Man,
I heard him and his missus tried 3, 4, 5 times for a baby. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's 1 in 10. He's 1 in 10. Is that what he's saying?
Having Kojo and Damien on the same team is
I know it's crazy. Kojo and Jamie are crazy. I swear.
Bro. Listen what I'm saying. I'd rather we sell him and sign no one in the summer. That's how bad I want him out.
Yeah,
go.
same.
You know, the space
I
that he
want
will
him
leave will score more goals than Darwin.
It's true. I don't want him an option. I don't want him an option next season. I don't want him to be
So I'll
nowhere.
get Julian Alvarez. That's all good.
There's a picture
think
when
we're
they're
gonna
all in
use
the.
that?
There's a picture when they're all in the.
I'm telling you, it's happening.
Hey, there's no way.
Jamie, come on,
love him. I've
man.
wanted
You gotta
him
be
for
serious,
2
man.
years.
I'm telling you, we're getting Julian Alvarez.
Jamie, stop it.
No, why
Look,
don't? Why don't you
I
think?
can't lie. I can't like. I also need to say my part on the whole Trent thing as well, innit? Yeah.
Oh, you ain't done it yet. Jesus. Get on.
Nah. I just want to say, I didn't actually get to say like obviously
Really
I was so caught up in Carl's 180 with the blame in the club. I didn't actually get to say.
Oh
I
my God.
Say your
didn't get
piece,
to
Mark.
say.
Say your piece.
Cal, why do you even arrive? Why do you
Nah, because nothing gets past me. Nothing gets past me. I've been here. You know what I'm saying? I've been here cussing this Trent thing, and I have to sit
Unfortunately,
here and listen
Trent
to
can't
Cal
say the same thing.
not defend Trent, but blame the club. I have to sit
You have
here and
defended Trent. You defended Trent every time I've
No,
I've
I'm not talking about
criticised
like the footballing side. I'm talking about the leaving Real Madrid side. I've never backed that. I said Trent's dead to me if he leaves Liverpool. I said he's dead to
Dead to
me.
me.
I said he's dead to me. Those are the words that left my mouth. Trent is dead to me if he leaves this club free. And then Cal was saying, whose fault was that? But whose fault is that? Whose fault is it really? Had me second guessing myself.
Oh, okay.
Now he's on our side. Now he's on our side.
Trent
Those are
Bellingham
our
when
side.
they get married, you know. Trent Bellingham.
As I said, anyway, before I start looking at Fabinho, yeah, man, Cal, you know I love you in it, but bro, come on, man, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Go back.
Come on, carry on. I was waiting for this. Got my popcorn ready. Come on, man.
I understand the context. Cal. But you were still blaming the club when we spoke about Trent. Still blaming the club.
No one had signed contract.
How can we move on from that?
Anyway, so you're right. Yeah, I'm getting right back in. Anyway,
I can't believe that.
You see this shit.
What did that mean? What did that mean in the end?
What the fuck did it mean? I don't know what it means. He's taking the piss. He's taking the piss. He done it in. Worst thing is he done it in this pop. He done it in this jersey, bro. He done it in this kit. This is the kit. He done it. Scored a banger. A man's doing all of this. Like Pedro Neto when he scored one goal in like 13, 14 goals. Another one of Cal's disciples. Fucking Pedro Neto, blood. I couldn't believe it.
My disciples? What?
I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe it. What? I couldn't believe when Trent was doing this, and we was all like, oh, he must be talking about the tabloids chatting rubbish. Ornstein's probably wrong. Fabrizio Romano's probably wrong. My name is Trent Alexander-Arnold, and anything I do doesn't mean anything because we deal with everything in silence. No, the club wanted to protect you because you was being a prick. I am done with people saying, talking and doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's like if you're a cheater, if you're in a relationship and you're a cheater, then I'm not advocating cheating, but it's like at least show a little bit of resistance. Even if you're a cheater, show a little bit of resistance. So if someone dangles a little bit of arse in front of you, at least
it's hard to resist.
Don't jump at it. At least negotiate. Trent didn't even negotiate. He didn't even negotiate. Real Madrid told him on our terms, we ain't paying shit for you, bro. We ain't paying a penny. We ain't paying a penny. So if you want to come play in Spain with Jude and the man, then you better leave. You better disrespect your football club and leave for free. Leave for free. And he said, okay. Like, he didn't even think about it. Like, as soon as a little bit of ass got dangled in front of him, he just dived into that shit. He just dived into that. He didn't even wait. He didn't even try.
He motorboated it, you know.
He motorboated that shit.
He threw the whipped cream on too.
He didn't even try and go, you know
what?
Hungry. Any way that I can get the club some money. I don't get it, bro.
Do you feel like that the club doing well derailed his plan?
Yeah, it pissed him off. We won the league.
Because it would have been easy if we had not won anything. And the manager
if we were shit, it would have. How about this? If we were shit, it would. How about this? Or even Real Madrid being crap and us being good. Because we're better than Real Madrid. We're not bigger than Real Madrid, but we're better than Real Madrid right now. No one. We're better than Real Madrid. Real Madrid are arse. They are arse right now. Jude Bellingham is the final form Szoboszlai. He is the perfection. He is the perfected version of Dominik.
I thought you weren't going to mention number 8 today.
That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? But what he should be, what
I'll
Dominik
get blamed for
Szoboszlai
it in a week.
is he should be Valverde at right back. That's what Dominik Szoboszlai should be. Valverde at right back.
He can't help himself. He can't help himself.
That's what he should.
Monts is in a dark place right now.
I'm not in a dark place. I'm not in a dark place. Trent Alexander, I was the chief governor of the TDL, and I have stepped down today.
The what DL?
I am
The what?
the TDL.
I thought you said the second other one then.
Yeah, just clarification.
Not the BDL, the TDL. You know what I'm saying? The Trent Defense League. Listen, I'm not listening. Hey, I ain't saying nothing about BBLs. Y'all do what you want to do with your body. But I'm just saying,
I've got one. Do you want to see it?
Listen, no, you good, bro.
Okay.
So my point,
The tiny league.
my point is that how dare you run your contract? How dare you run your contract down and then jump at the first opportunity, because it's not like you resisted. It's not like you resisted. You know what I'm saying? Talking about everything you're talking about, you can't tell us how much we mean to you and then go and then show us you don't care. And no one tell me, oh, but once the club waited too late to do this and to do that. Oh, shut up. I'm not hearing it.
You know what? I think
that's not towards you.
Well,
you know what? I would have preferred him to.
That felt direct. That felt like you pretty much were like
That
that.
sounded like a shot. That was like a full shot.
You probably said some shit like that. I can't even. You probably have said some.
But
shit
you know
like
what?
that.
I
You probably
wish
have
he
said
had
some
just.
shit. I wouldn't put it past you right now. The way you was naming the club, I would not put it past you.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
I wish he had just done a letter like Kevin De Bruyne, no video, no none of that. We didn't need the video. Just write a letter
Thank you.
and just done, because people are looking at your body language, people are looking at your eye contact, they're looking at all of these things, and it was never going to be good. It was never going to be
I'll
good.
tell you that my video,
Especially when the
Trent
teleprompters words
my
are
Trent,
small.
you know what the worst thing is? My Trent video was more animated than that video. My reaction video had more passion than that Trent video. But I'm not even going to look into. I'm not even going to look into the Trent video. I'm not even going to look into that. I can't be bothered. It was as dry as Mason Mount's. I'm not even going to look into that. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Mason Mount got a fee, though, right? Right? And he wasn't even that good. And he got a fee, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say that Liverpool fans would have felt any better as a collective if we got 100 million for Trent. Because Jack Grealish got 100 million for Aston Villa and still gets booed to this day. And Jack Grealish's family, you know about Jack's family. As I said, like, I'm not saying I know Jack's family, but if you know, it's well documented that Jack Grealish's family bleed Carrot, bro. They bleed Villa. And he has to go back there and lift up them, boo the life out of him. And he got them 100 mil to make them all round a better team. And some of those players that they bought for that money are still playing now in a better team, that they're not fighting for relegation no more. They're actually challenging for Champions League. They're challenging for Champions League spots. So that money still helped them to this day.
How does Sterling?
I know that Trent would probably, even if we got a fee, Trent would probably get booed heavily and it'd still be mad with the Liverpool fan base. I'm just speaking from my perspective. Leaving on a free is unacceptable. I don't like club and player. It is shambolic. It is shambolic, and he took us for idiot. He must think we're dumb. He must think we're stupid. I'm sorry. Go on. What are you saying?
I was saying, look how Sterling gets treated. We got 50 million for Sterling. When he comes back to Anfield, he still gets called.
Sterling has a gun on his leg, so he's not allowed to do anything. You don't know how it is. You don't know the thing. He's got a gun on his leg. Because you got a gun on his leg. You know what I'm saying? You got a gun on his leg.
You know what the thing is, yeah? You know what the thing is that there's nothing that Trent can do that's going to make him an icon at Real Madrid. He's going to be another player, yeah? And I feel like, you know, and I hate saying this because I you know, people might just think, oh, you're a Liverpool fan, you're going to say that. But it's like, I'm a football fan first. And I genuinely believe that the idol thing is going missing in football. It's just people are just bouncing around now, just for the sake of it. And I just feel like, you know, it kills me when me as a Liverpool fan, I want to be winning as much as Real Madrid has won. That's what I want. Yeah, I want that. We've got the most Champions Leagues, European Cups in England. Yeah, and we have the right to look at ourselves on that level and be like, why are Real Madrid bigger than us? Why are they bigger than us? Right? With our chest.
They got 15. They got 15.
Yeah. But I'm saying, my point is, the same way as Man United had all these trophies ahead of us, and then we was like, okay, we'll catch them up. For me, I've always felt like we're the team in England until somebody else overtakes us that are closest to challenging them on a European level. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like we don't talk about this enough. I'm tired of this boring rhetoric of Everton and we don't think like that. Liverpool have always talked global. Always. When we buy players, it's not just for the league, it's to try and win the Champions League as well. And even when we wasn't at our best, we were still winning Champions Leagues and getting to finals. And all I'm saying is that we have to start looking at players and be like, listen, you can't leave us. They are rivals. I'm not buying this. Real Madrid are the biggest club, and who's going to say no to them? What the fuck does that mean? And I'm saying, if a boyhood star goes, what the fuck does that mean for people that ain't even from Liverpool that we buy? So if Alexis McAllister wakes up one day and goes, you know what, I want another challenge. That's it now.
Football's not the same as it was. It's changing. I think it was Monts and Dean. We had this conversation a few weeks ago. Back in the day, coach, we'd never wear another kit from another team, for example. Kids nowadays will support a team and still buy PSG stuff and Barcelona stuff and wear their tracksuits and all that.
Like 5 different kits.
Yeah, it's changed now. Kids don't support teams.
Bizarre to me.
They support players.
If Arsenal's shirt was $5.99, I'd wear that as well, bro. No, but I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying. They're not as loyal as I guess we was.
It's not even about loyalty. It's just
before we get to the Supers.
These girls ain't loyal. You know what I mean?
Before we get to the Supers, Lauren, I know obviously you got to jump off. Lauren, is there anything else you want to say on the situation?
I think I do think we're moving in the right direction, like Kojo was saying. I think we're gonna be
fine.
I think we will. And I to be quite honest, I think Slot, I don't know if Trent was the right player that Slot needs in this type of system. And I think we're going to see a different, everyone talks about, we're going to lose that creativity. That's absolutely true. But I think these Hollywood passes, and I think, Cal, I don't know if you mentioned it earlier in your stream with Kopish today, but these Hollywood passes, they're beautiful to watch. And we appreciate that as a characteristic of Trent, but it's not, for me, it's not a sustainable, it doesn't make us a complete team. And I know that's what you mentioned today. It doesn't make us a complete team. And I think we, especially in the fullback department, I think for Slot and the way he plays, I think we really want to see more of that defensive capabilities. And I think Trent, I also think that's one of the reasons why Trent
Monts doesn't, but I do.
But I think that's one of the reasons why Trent is probably piecing out.
Hey, Cal, your 180 today has been stupendous.
Oh, you don't want to do right, man. You don't want to do it. I haven't seen it. Lauren, I agree with you.
Cal, even the chat was saying Cal's been blaming the club, bro. When we spoke about Trent, I'm not going to say this.
Kojo, can I ask you a question?
Shout out Drew. Drew says it's never a right. Right, I've just realized. It's the Chris Brown lyrics, isn't it? No. It's never a right time to say goodbye. We're gonna go our separate ways. Oh,
you got it bad with the love.
Get him, Lauren.
Come on.
No,
you know what? Yeah, listen. We've been there before, lad. We've been there before. I'm not even doing a blue. Yeah, I think if Liverpool wasn't in the position that we was in, I think it would hurt a bit more. I don't give a flying fuck. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Yeah, and I can't wait to get Real Madrid in the Champions League next year. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, I'd make Salah play left.
Don't know. That's exactly what I want.
I can't wait.
Make Salah play left wing just for that game. So he goes up.
Put Lucio left back, and then Salah left wing.
It's very easy to say that, isn't it? But from a quality standpoint of what Trent brings creatively, remember when Salah, remember when Mane and Robertson's relationship kind of broke down because obviously Mane was declining, but also that remember when I'm talking about the good version of Mane.
Oh, hey, Jamie, don't say that about Mane.
Oh, the man got rusty.
The good version of Mane. What I'm saying is when that Robertson and Mane link up was topping it when they were in their pump. And it's the same thing that goes for Salah and Mo. Salah and Mo. Trent and Mo, innit? I've even
yeah, you got it right. Salah and Mo.
My brain's making me forget Trent's name even. But when Trent is a massive part of Mo Salah in terms of the way he receives the ball, the space he's able to receive the ball in and to be Mo Salah.
And so is Virgil, though. So is Virgil.
Yeah, but Virgil and Trent. You take Trent is 50% of Liverpool's creativity. Who else do we create through? Fucking someone.
No one. Can I say something?
Salah's go have it next season.
Liverpool aren't very creative outside of Trent.
Win the ball back and carry it.
Months. We ain't bought no one yet. Say this on August.
I'm talking about right now. Liverpool, in terms of creativity, are very heavily reliant on Trent, Salah, and McAllister. McAllister can't create to the level that he can actually create in terms of consistently because he plays in the pivot. So he has different parts of his game is required in the 8 and the 6, let's say the pivot. So he can't be that.
But it's not normal to demand that from your right back here. We had a special player. Yeah,
exactly.
Let's get back
it's
to
normal. It's normal to demand that from your 10.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Let's get back to normal. And
I'm waiting for it.
Big up, Lauren. Take care, Lauren, as well.
Take care, Lauren.
Take care, man.
Take care. Big up Lauren, people, as well. W's in the chat for Lauren.
I'm waiting for Szoboszlai talk. I'm waiting for it.
Dean, he's mentioned him 5 times.
No. There will be no Szoboszlai talk. There will be
Curtis
Jones talk though. That's what there will be.
Oh, Curtis Jones. Oh my God.
Big up Zia. He says, guys and girls, who do we actually care? Why do we actually care? He has been so inconsistent the last 3 seasons. If he was not a Scouser, we would want him out anyways. Love, Cal.
That's not bad. That sounds like a co-signing it. Big up Zia, but
that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Zia just CC'd Cal there.
Hey, Cal, that's hilarious.
What I will say on that is I've been Trent's biggest critic when it comes to defensive. And you know what I've seen today? A load of content creators come out and say that Trent has been really bad over the past few years defensively. So which one was it? Was it you were lying or you were blinded by love? Which one was it?
I've never been blinded.
Because me personally, I'll be real with you. I'm so devastated Trent's leaving because he's a world-class footballer. But if I'm going to be honest with you, there's no excuse now not to go and get a defensive minded.
We're not getting a defensive fullback. We're getting Frimpong.
No. Because if we need because if we go and get a defender,
which is the right choice, by the way.
If we go and
get, yeah, man, trust.
No. If we go and
run me, Aaron.
I don't want a defensive fullback.
No, that's crazy.
If we go and get a defensive fullback, then. I hope you enjoy it.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say a balance. I'm going to say a balance.
Like stands are gonna, you lot are gonna have a rude awakening.
I'm going to change my stance. Actually, I'm not going to say a defensive right back. I'm going to say a balanced right back. That's what I want. A balanced right back.
Yeah, Frimpong.
David Reese says Cal was too calm for me. Not in what? Cal was too calm for me. Not involved in the deal. Oh, what are you getting, Cal? 0.5% of the signing on bonus? Did you negotiate the midfield trend?
If I was making that sort of money, trust me, we wouldn't be streaming like this. We'd be in a studio somewhere. Very good.
Shout out H. He goes, let's keep it 100. Jude's got Trent hot. KMT.
Jude's Bucci got Trent. Oh my God.
Shout out Lawazi. He goes, Cal has said Trent isn't blameless though, Monts. Yeah, I know Cal has never said Trent.
No, it doesn't fit the narrative.
No.
The narrative.
Cal blames the club more than he blames Trent, but he's changed he's changed the way he's fought today all of a sudden. I don't know.
Because the situation has changed.
Well, even though the contracts got done later than what it should have done, it's still you know what I'm saying. Trent, even though Mo and Virgil signed, that's changed the situation with Trent.
Can I ask a quick question?
I don't understand.
Because I've got a question for months after. Go for it, coach.
What do you think about this guy as our new right back?
Huh?
You? Yeah, Kojo.
Not
Kojo.
No way. No, not a right.
Who's that?
Stefan, is that Stefan?
Yeah, not.
Oh, Kojo, man.
Hold on,
Wait, not when Szoboszlai plays for us, bro. He's the right back. He's the real right back.
Hold on. Wait. Why not? He was a defender.
Kojo.
He's in midfield now.
And he can spray a pass, and he's good on the ball, and he's strong.
Yeah,
he gets in.
Szoboszlai. This is all Szoboszlai. We got Szoboszlai for that. Oh,
bro, Mons, you know Szoboszlai ain't playing right back. I don't know what you're doing. Like, you know,
playing right back either.
Bro, it's not happening.
There's more chance.
Szoboszlai is one of the reasons we won the league title. Keep him in midfield, man.
Yuck, man.
Careful, James. You're gonna.
Well, if Salah wouldn't have got all these goals, if it weren't for Szoboszlai. So.
Now,
Salah would have probably more if it weren't for Szoboszlai, but probably more.
We're gonna discuss like that last game and what life would be like if we. if like for me, Curtis Jones, I keep saying this, man, and I read the comments. I read the comments, and I'm telling you, this kid. I don't get this kid. I don't get it.
Before we get
Kojo, I'm there as well. I don't get it.
I've got 2 more supers. Let me get to these last 2 supers.
Elliot got bullied as well.
Both of them. I don't get them.
Shout out Jay Ruiz says Trent did an interview a few seasons ago when he said that he would love to play for Barca. So now his dream is to play for Madrid.
I don't think he said he would love to play for Barca. I think he said that he prefers Barca to Real Madrid at the time.
Interesting.
African Cat, he says, Kyle, the truth is that Trent has been playing well thanks to the setup to help him. Every rival said he was shit in defense. Co-signed Kyle and Cat. Kyle, is there anything you want to say with that one?
Nah.
African Cat says, imagine Kojo at right back.
Well, I'll probably ping them in. I'm left-footed, so.
Oh, left-footed.
I'll be shooting bare.
But
yeah, man.
Obviously, the Chelsea performance. Yeah, you wanted to speak on Curtis Jones.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, this is the time when you say to yourself, you know what? For the rest of the season, let's see what the squad say. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's see, because I'm telling you, Slot is very like the definitive. Yeah, he's looking at certain man. He'd be like, either you're going to be in. You see how he just came and got rid of bare youths? He's going to do that again this summer. If he thinks any of them ain't going to be up for it, yeah, even as a squad player, he's going to get rid of them, bro. And I'm telling you, I'm not sure what the thing with Harvey is, yeah, because he said all of late he's been okay since the PSG game, yeah, but it sounded like he weren't really feeling him before that. And Curtis Jones, bro, like, I don't know. I want to know where the confidence comes from.
Hey, Kojo, thank you. Where is his confidence coming from?
I don't.
Where is it? He thinks he's the best ball in the world.
He's probably got a big dick. That's probably confidence.
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
I'd be confident if I was swinging, ain't lying.
Yes.
But I'm just like, Cal. Like, I want to hear what you think on this, Cal. With Curtis Jones, like, can you ever see him being a player? Hold on a minute, James. Do you think he's ever going to play 10 games in a row for Liverpool?
No, I wouldn't want him to, though. Here's my thing, Kojo. I'm with you to the sense that I think he thinks he's better than what he is. But I don't. The reason why I don't crash out or get annoyed with the Curtis Jones situation, maybe like you do, is because I've never viewed him as a starter for Liverpool, and I still don't. But for the squad, I think he's a very important squad member.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you need players like Jones in the squad, in my opinion. He will never be a starter for Liverpool, in my opinion, if we're aspiring to win leagues and Champions Leagues. But in terms of the squad, in terms of filling in when we need a player to fill in and being reliable in terms of playing cup games and stuff like that. I think he's very, very good for the squad. But if you said to me right now, Curtis Jones is going to be the starting pivot player or the starting number 10, then I've got an issue.
But you know what it is here, Cal? I feel like you see what you just said. I would agree if he had the attitude of Endo. This motherfucker thinks he should be playing, and when he's not playing, he actually gets angry.
Yeah, his attitude stinks.
And that's what makes me frustrated, because when you get your opportunity, you don't take it.
Now, does his attitude stink, or does he just back himself? Because
No. Cal, you can't in football. You can't back yourself verbally. You would never ever be able to back yourself verbally. You got to do it on the pitch.
No, I hear that, but I also would say that I think Curtis Jones has been very, very good this season. I think he's been very good this season on the whole.
Yes, yeah.
Like there's been, but I think about the Chelsea game at home when he got man of the match.
You know that Homer Simpson. You know that Homer Simpson gif.
He's been good. No, he's been good this season. The PSG game away from home, Curtis Jones came on and we actually got controlling in midfield.
He changed the game. Yeah,
I think with Curtis Jones, he's not someone that you can just throw in and you'll get the best performance out of him. I do think that he needs a certain rhythm to get a certain level out of him. For him to, I think if he just gets thrown into the team, especially when there's wholesale changes, I think he does revert back to type where he feels like he holds onto the ball a bit too long. When he does keep it simple and keep it slick, I feel like that's the Jones that we kind of saw in the beginning, the back end of 2 seasons ago and the start of last season, up until when he got the red card against Spurs, I believe. And he got the injury after that. Curtis Jones was our most important midfielder at that point. And that Curtis Jones is a different Curtis Jones to the one that we see week in, week out. You know what I'm saying? He needs that rhythm, and it's very hard to get rhythm out of a player that isn't necessarily a starter for the club. I used to say the same thing about Ox post-injury. Ox post-knee injury needed 5-6 games to be the midfielder we wanted him to be, or that he used to be, but he was never going to get into the team consistently over a Wijnaldum or a Fabinho, or dare I say, he probably wasn't going to play over Henderson either.
But
so
I saw Ox's. I saw what he could do. I saw it.
Curtis Jones for about 7 months was our best midfielder.
No,
7 months.
No,
when?
7 months. No,
I'm
including the summer. That's PR, man. That's PR.
That's a PR. But
that's like a man saying, you know, that striker it scored for 6 months. Oh, is it? Yeah. But the international break was
international. But Cal, for a minute, but okay, including the summer, taking away the summer, for like 2-3 months, he was our best midfielder.
At the beginning of last season, he was. Look, Curtis Jones has played 43.
Beginning of last season, and the back end. By the way, the back end of the season, Jamie as well. By the way, the back end, and
he was very good. Curtis Jones has played 43
the back end
games.
of the season before. Beginning of last season, Szoboszlai was our best midfielder. What we do?
He's played 43 games this season. Curtis Jones, 43 games for Liverpool this season. So Curtis Jones is going nowhere, right? The thing against Chelsea, the game against Chelsea, I've seen a lot of people go out on Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott and Kwanzaa and players like that and saying, right, it was their chance to shine. But everyone's got to remember, these players are still partying the same as the first team have been partying all week. So everyone was shit. The only one who weren't shit was Wataru Endo. He's the one we should be bigging up here. When I watch Endo, right, there's 2 things about Endo that's a myth. People that say Endo can't pass, that's just a lie.
That's a lie.
He's actually very good at passing. In his technically
very good's crazy, but he can pass.
I don't understand why he doesn't get more game time. That is one thing I'm confused with. He's obviously good enough. Harvey Elliott, there's the door. See you later. Kwanzaa, there's the door. See you later. Let's be honest here. Harvey Elliott's played 5 games all season, yeah?
He's not good
Curtis
enough.
Jones has played 43. He obviously doesn't rate Harvey Elliott. We might rate him as a footballer, but Slot doesn't rate him. So he's got to go.
I rate Harvey, but he didn't do himself any favours against Chelsea.
I don't rate him at all.
I feel like Harvey can go. I think Kwanzaa can go. I think Jones can go.
Yeah. Same.
I think if we had bought Zubimendi, Jones wouldn't be playing no games.
Yeah, wouldn't.
That's my
like,
point.
So the point is,
4th choice midfielder for me.
If we bring in another midfielder,
yeah, he should be 4th choice.
So over him over Endo.
Jones is the.
No,
Jones is the
I think if we bring in another midfield, I think Endo goes and then Bajcetic becomes 5th choice.
Cal, put the Bajcetic in the fucking bag, man. Put it in the bag.
Why you don't like him? You don't like him?
You still want Bajcetic? What are we doing with Bajcetic? We've been through it.
I think Stefan. I think
Kojo, you see how I just get attacked, bro?
I'm with Cal. I'm with Cal.
You man are talking about Stefan in 2025.
Yeah,
man, you know, man got sent on loan from a loan, innit?
Monts is Ike Turner, bro. He's Ike Turner.
No.
Whoa,
you realize he got on a Nigerian thing. He got loans from a loan.
Got bought from that loan.
Months where he went wasn't.
He must have been Nigerian.
They were doing shit.
Are Liverpool Nigerian? He must be Nigerian.
The loan move wasn't working out, so they cancelled the loan move and loaned him somewhere else where it is
To be
working.
fair, nothing
Hilarious.
Nothing
A
works.
loan from a loan's hilarious.
Man
Linda's
got loan from a loan. The man are talking to me about
hilarious.
I think
Bajcetic is better than Curtis Jones.
I think Stefan Bajcetic will be Gravenberch's rotational DM next season.
I want him in our team. I think he's good.
This is why we don't maintain.
Ain't we trying to win nothing next season? What are we doing? What are we trying to
You
do?
don't want Curtis Jones. You don't want Curtis
I don't want Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones can go away. The thing is, with Curtis Jones, if Curtis Jones was at Bournemouth playing, we wouldn't look at him thinking, you know what, let's go and buy him. He could be a squad player for Liverpool. We'll think he's dead. So why is he here? And Harvey Elliott. I don't rate Harvey Elliott as well. Bro, I see one passionate play last game, bro. He was in our own half. It took him about a minute to run from our half to their half. The footsteps are too small. I don't want him in my team no more.
He was a size 3.
The footsteps.
It took him a whole minute to get from my half to their half, and I'm talking about he was at the halfway line, like to get into their half. Took him too long, bro. He's not good enough. Uber. That's what I'm saying, bro. All this, bro. What we doing, bro? We need to look, bro. We're Liverpool, man. These players are not good enough, bro.
You know
Kwanzaa, I'm done with him as well.
Hold on. No, but listen, I think Slot's a bit more ruthless. I don't think he was a big squad like Klopp had. Yeah, I think he was a small squad, and these are the men that are gonna be playing. Yeah, two people to cover each position, and that's it. I don't think he's on this thing. Joe Gomez, see you later, bro. See you later. Anyone that wants Joe Gomez don't want to win stuff. The chapter's ended. Go and play somewhere else.
Certain players. That's how I feel about certain players.
Which players, Mons? Let me guess. Which players?
We know.
Who were? Oh, what?
He's dying to say.
He's saying once. He's saying.
No, who do you guys think it is? Because I've got names in my head, but I don't think
I'm interested in knowing. Who do you think?
None of the first 11 because they're all too good.
No, go on, Mons.
None of the first 11.
No, none of the first 11. They're too good.
Okay.
Draw him out, Jamie. Draw him out.
No.
Go on, Mons. You say, Mons.
Joe Gomez, I think when it's time, it's time. I do like Joe Gomez. I feel like there's a space for him in the squad, but you can't be injury prone and be a squad player. Like that don't make no sense to me. You gotta pick a struggle. For me.
He might be back up right back next season.
You gotta pick you can't be rude and dead. You can't be rude and dead. Like you can't mad. You can't. You know when gal be rude and dead? I can't do that.
That's crazy. Get her out of it.
Have attitude.
There you, man.
Bro, to have attitude and have creases in your face is mad, bro.
Yeah.
That is mad.
You pissed me off, you have now. Yeah.
Like just Oh, that's all mad, isn't it?
There's no one here for you now. There's no one here for you.
Yeah, like, and by the way, that's not really from the Gomez thing isn't from a quality perspective. I think he's good enough to be a squad player. You just can't be. It just hasn't worked.
I like Gomez as well. I like him still, but
he's a nice guy. But
last season at left back, because I don't want people to think my memory is fickle. Last season at left back, he was absolutely unbelievable, brilliant at left back last season. But man got injured without doing nothing. And it's like we need like it's just lucky Arsenal was shit because we could have needed you and you should have been there, kind of thing. So there's that. I'm not gonna speak on Stefan because like Kyle might have someone outside chilling outside my yard, innit? So I'm not gonna speak on Stefan. He's lucky I even called him by his first name. But who else is there? I think it's I think it's Nunez can go. That's an easy one. Jota can go. It's another easy one. Them two can go. We won't get rid of both of them. So if I have to keep someone,
I'd keep Jota.
I'd keep Jota, but if someone said they'd rather keep Nunez just because Nunez is available and Jota, again, the unavailability and that what saved Jota was that he was available and good. Now that you're available or not good,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
You do know Jota. You know Jota's playing for injections still.
Yeah, he must.
It's time for his time. It's time.
I think if you get a number one centre forward in next season, you don't have to rely on Jota every game.
Or maybe we get a 10 who creates for him, but that's another conversation.
You know this 10 who great. You do know we don't play with 10, yeah.
Careful, Jamie. Careful, bro.
Hey, man. Listen,
it'll shrink you down and it'll kick you.
But we don't play for 10. We play for flat 3.
No. As I said, no. But Cal, wait. So Cal, what you rate Szoboszlai in a 10 now? Yeah.
Oh, here it is. There it is.
This isn't my battle.
Do you know? This is where I am.
Let me know what you rate Szoboszlai in the 10 now. You rate Szoboszlai in the 10.
This is why I rate Szoboszlai. Yeah. After listening to Mo Salah's interview, telling me he told the world, I'm not defending anymore. I just stay forward. You need a midfield runner. You need balance in your team. That's why Szoboszlai plays.
Just not in the 10.
He plays for. He don't play 10 though. He don't play 10.
Slot wants him to score goals and create assists.
But it doesn't. But no, he plays the most advanced role in midfield. He leads the press, but he doesn't actually play.
Henderson led the press.
He doesn't play the 10 role. Have you ever seen a 10 play right wing back? He doesn't play the 10. He's got a free role. He doesn't play the 10.
So we give the player who can't create nothing a free role. He's rubbish. Going forward, he's rubbish.
I don't think you understand what he does for our football club.
I understand what he does. I just don't care what he does.
You do know if you get right. Here you go. You do know if you replace him with Ryan Shirky, we're worse next season. Yeah.
No. I want to replace him with Ryan Shirky, and he can play a deeper role in the team. Simple. So I didn't say sell him. I haven't said sell Szoboszlai. I haven't said sell him. Play him in a role where he can run and he don't have to create, because he doesn't create, because he can't create. He gets a nosebleed anytime he gets forward. I've never heard of a defensive 10 who gets creamed like he does when we used to kill Henderson for the same shit that we load this 70 million piece of rubbish for, because he does nothing going forward. We crown him for running and running and running.
He's arrived.
That's all he does.
He's arrived.
And guess
it's
what?
taken 2 hours, but he's there.
I know.
And guess what? I don't mind having a runner. Just don't put him anywhere near my 10. Don't put him anywhere. Don't have him as my most advanced midfielder.
He's bad.
There's nothing going forward.
He doesn't play 10 for stats.
The manager. So it's not a liar. It's not a liar.
No, he said he's our most advanced midfielder. So
it's not a liar then.
No, he said he's our most advanced midfielder. So
would you put John Lennon in the 10? Would you put John Lennon in the 10?
No.
Would you put Conor Gallagher in the 10?
No.
Jamie.
We don't play a 10.
Jamie.
Yes,
Jamie.
Bro, this is an excuse. This is an excuse for someone who can't create.
He's the reason we won the Premier League. Big up.
No, he's not.
Jamie,
he played the part. How about this? Nunez is the reason we won the Prem. Nunez came in clutch. Scored 2 goals against Brentford. Nunez is coming clutch.
We are far worse as a team when Szoboszlai doesn't play.
Jamie, let me just put in your
we have Trent and Salah. Because you have Trent and Salah.
And who does all the running for them?
Jamie.
Bro, he can do the run. He can do the running. Just not in my 10.
Well,
get out of my 10. Stay far away.
Who would you play in the 10 in? Right, in our squad right now, who would you play in the 10?
What does he offer by running?
Oh my God. Monch,
what does he
offer? About football at times, man. He gives the space. He's the first one that leads the press. He makes the space for Salah to get the goals because Salah hasn't got to go back. So he gives us balance in our midfield. Otherwise, Gravenberch is getting absolutely mullered every game because he'd be on his own. Because you've got an attacking fullback and you've got a right winger that doesn't get back and defend. Gravenberch is going to get completely overrun. So Szoboszlai has to do that role. Now, if you've got a more solid defensive midfield line, double pivot, maybe Szoboszlai does a little bit better and can stay a little bit more advanced and don't have to do the running.
Even
That's
if he
what I'm
didn't do
trying
the
to
running,
say.
bro, the
Blame
running
Slot,
doesn't.
not Szoboszlai. Blame Slot.
Bro,
He's wrong.
I'm not the
He's
one
way of
who
playing.
said that. The manager wants Szoboszlai to get more goals and assists. That's the bottom
he's
line.
the most advanced midfielder.
Yes,
If
I don't want
Szoboszlai
to be my most advanced midfielder. Cal doesn't want Szoboszlai to be the most advanced midfielder, but he's sitting here, he's sitting there with covering his face, acting like he's happy with what Szoboszlai does.
Once again, you're lying.
I'm not lying. You literally look. What was you just saying just now?
What have I said about Szoboszlai? I've said in certain games, Szoboszlai suits us playing the 10. In certain games, I'd prefer to have Ryan Shirky there. I would like to have both 10 so we have options of one who's a creative monster and one who does other things that help the rest of the team. I've never once said I want to see Szoboszlai playing the pivot. I've never said I want to see Szoboszlai not playing the 10. I said I want to bring in another 10 who can rotate with Szoboszlai depending on the opposition. I've said I want us to sign Shirky so he can rotate with Szoboszlai.
All right, and I said Szoboszlai's crap creatively.
Yes, I know you have. Mods, we know you have. You've been saying it for 16 years, bro.
Do you agree with that?
I don't think he's crap creatively, but I don't think he's great creatively either.
He's below average. Does anyone here think Szoboszlai is good creatively? Kojo? Anyone think he's good creatively?
I'd say he's average. Creatively, he's average in my opinion.
Average. Sorry, Kojo, would you say he's average creatively or bad or good? Or what would you rate his creativity? Szoboszlai, creatively.
Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
So average.
Average, and yeah. Average.
Depends what you see as creativity.
What you do with the ball going forward.
Creating.
I mean, that's the only thing you should be able
So
to see.
would you call I look at creativity.
Space, aren't you?
I look at creativity maybe a little bit different at times because I don't think there's that many creative number 10s in the world anymore that people think. So I think all the creative players are wide players. The most creative footballers now are wide players more than it's like the attacking midfielders of the past. So our midfield of Wijnaldum, Fabinho and Henderson's not very creative, yeah?
No, it's not.
On a sense of getting the ball and threading through balls, and stuff like that, right? But they were creative in a way where they won the ball back extremely quickly to give it to the attackers to score goals.
I wouldn't say
that can be creative because I know people will go, that's not creative, Jamie. But the thing is, they're winning the ball back extremely quickly high up the pitch and then giving it to the people that can score goals. Yeah.
Yeah, but a 6 does that.
I look at the false nine. Well. I look at the false 9 and the wide players as more our creators in that system. I understand but I understand what you mean by the 8s, the 2 8s and the 6. Obviously, they weren't creative, and the space that they occupied helped the creative players. I don't think necessarily it was creative per se, but I do feel like it helped the creative players get a little bit more time on the ball, i.e. Firmino. You know what I'm saying? Winning the ball back early gives Firmino an extra second on the ball, which makes him 10 times more dangerous. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? But this notion that our most advanced midfielder is our most brain dead midfielder going forward.
He's got 15 GA this season.
I have eyes.
Oh, I'm just saying. You're saying about creative and scores. I mean, he's got 15 GA this season. I mean,
bro, for me, don't get me wrong. If you said big games, I actually think Szoboszlai in big games has actually done his thing. City, Newcastle, to name a few. Do you know what I'm saying? I think in big games he's stepped up, and I've been impressed with those moments. But throughout the season, from a creative standpoint, he is arse and cheek.
So
you know,
like people were saying here, Szoboszlai's the first defensive 10 I've ever seen in my life. People used to say Bobby Firmino was the only defensive striker they've ever seen in their life. Guess what? Every team wants now. Firmino. Do you know?
I hear it. I mean,
Bobby was great going forward,
but Bobby creatively and technically is so far clear of Szoboszlai.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like Szoboszlai's got 7 goals and 8 assists this season.
Oh yeah, words. He created the Chelsea penalty. That's what he did create.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's great.
Fresh legs.
Just realised.
He did create that. Cal said that was Kwanzaa's fault, by the way. Cal said that was Kwanzaa's fault.
It was Kwanzaa's fault. He
no, it wasn't.
He
That's
didn't
not
have to go for the, did
Bro,
Konza have to go for the ball or the tackle? Did he have to?
No, he went to pass to the guy he meant to pass to the player in between there, and he overhit the pass, so Kwanzaa had to then react. That was a poor pass. That was a hospital pass.
Everything's about
right. All I'm going to say is,
That was a hospital pass, Cal.
So with Szoboszlai in our midfield, Liverpool won the most games, scored the most goals, had the most clean sheets. Actually, are only one goal off Arsenal for the most goals conceded now. So there's obviously something right in the system that works. Yeah,
he does bring balance. No, he does bring balance with his legs.
Why would you change it?
He does bring balance with the legs. But again, Szoboszlai isn't there to create. He's there to create, but doesn't create. He's just there to run. All he does is run. He creates a bit of space here and there. He triggers the press. Now, for me, when the fact that you can start the press don't impress me. That don't impress me. Like, I understand it don't impress me. Because I can go find any guy to go and start the press. Find anyone in football that can start a press. I've seen Curtis Jones start the press. I've seen Henderson start the press. I'm pretty sure if I put Cal, if we gave Cal another kneecap, he'd start the press. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times I need to say that.
I'll ask you a genuine question then. Do you think Szoboszlai has brought balance to his midfield and allowed us to win the league or not?
Yeah, I understand his role in bringing balance to the midfield. I do understand.
That's all we're saying.
No, you man, I don't know. Personally,
I agree with you on the creativity. No, I'm not going to disagree with you on the creativity side.
Once again, have I mentioned Szoboszlai today?
So what I'm trying to say is
how you're doing the little jabs, G. You're doing the little jabs.
You need the manager to change the system to get the creative 10 in that you want. That's all.
Well, we've lost. Well, now we don't have Trent. Let's see how creative Szoboszlai is without Trent.
Okay, cool. How can I be the one throwing jabs when I'm not even in the boxing ring, bro? I'm not even in the boxing ring, bro. I'm just a spectator. How can I be the one throwing jabs?
Hold on. African says, Monts, you have carries in life. When Klopp won the league with Hendo, I didn't see you whine about it. I wasn't on YouTube. So, but
that's why I didn't see you do.
Yo, I gotta go, guys. Yeah, I gotta shoot.
Take care,
Kojo.
You guys, leave Szoboszlai alone and focus on the CF. Broski, yeah, as I said, I wasn't on YouTube. So that's why you wouldn't have seen me complaining.
Szoboszlai also opens up space for McAllister.
So also, but the thing is, Henderson was ridiculed week in, week out, and was the first one to blame when there was a lack of creativity in the team. Absolutely ridiculed for the things that Szoboszlai is lauded for. Henderson brought balance to midfield and was absolutely cremated for it. He's cremated for it.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
Everyone thought when we got Szoboszlai, they were like, oh my god, how about this? It was thank God we have Szoboszlai and we don't have to deal with Henderson anymore.
Yeah,
we just got another Henderson.
He's far better than Endo. He's far better than Endo.
No, he's not. What? Better than Henderson.
Jamie, I've tried to warn you about this, bro. Do you know what this is like? It's like when you come home.
You're saying it's so you think Szoboszlai was better than Henderson? The best version of Henderson?
Jamie, it's like when you come in from work, you're on the phone laughing with your friend, and your missus says, when you finish speaking to John, can we sit down and have a chat? Bruv, you find everything around the house to do to avoid that chat.
No, Carl. Better than Henderson.
Not engage in a conversation about Szoboszlai with Mon.
I'm enjoying it.
Szoboszlai not better than Henderson. No way.
How do you think Szoboszlai is better than Henderson?
No way.
He's not a better career. I don't think so. I can't. All right. If we're breaking down, wait.
Is he better than Henderson?
All right.
Technically, yeah.
Cal, is he better than Henderson? Yes or no? Is he better than Henderson?
Cal, what are you doing, Cal?
No, because I'm trying I want to bring balance to it. So I'm trying to figure out. All right.
Trying to figure out.
Yes. In terms of shooting, Szoboszlai's better at shooting. He's fast in Henderson. Henderson's better defensively. I think he reads the game better than Szoboszlai. Long range passing, they're both hit and miss. Hendo's slightly better over the course of his career, I'd say.
Henderson is a clear of Szoboszlai when it comes to
absolutely clear of
absolutely clear. Absolutely clear. See that assist to Pogba? You see when he tackled Pogba and got that assist for Mo Salah for his hat trick for his third goal. Szoboszlai couldn't dream of playing that pass. He couldn't dream. He get a nosebleed thinking about it.
Who would Szoboszlai play the pass to?
You're going to run with it sideways.
In our system, who's Szoboszlai passing the ball to in our system?
To any of the wingers.
Who are?
Salah, Diaz, could be any of them.
What usually happens after that? So we usually pass to Salah, and something usually comes of that.
Do you know what annoys me? Everyone in the chat who's saying Hendo's clear of Szoboszlai, I can guarantee you, when we bought Szoboszlai, they all said he was clear of Hendo. Do you know what I mean? So
but this is my point. This is my point. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, we don't have to deal with Henderson anymore because we're getting Szoboszlai, our own version of KDB." Said person. Our own version of Kevin De Bruyne.
Do we have to watch the video so I can actually clear up so we can?
No, I can't. That's fine. Everything McAllister is, we thought we was getting in Szoboszlai, and even I did. Me. I'm the one who called out. I was in where was I? I was in Prague. I'm calling. I was like, "Oh, get Szoboszlai. We get this guy to do everything. He's cold,
and he's won a trophy every season.
Baller.
Trophy every season, man.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. By the way, he is not better than Henderson. I'll say this for free. He ain't better than 18, 19, 19, 20 Henderson. No way. Maybe the Henderson at the latter end of his career, I'll say he's better than that. He was better than the Henderson that was like in his last year and a half at Liverpool, easily. But the normal version of Henderson ain't no way he was better than Henderson.
But we've also not seen Szoboszlai at his peak yet. That was Henderson's peak.
So don't you think Szoboszlai's regressed? I think he's regressed from that.
I tell you what it is, and I keep on saying this once, and I know you hate me saying it. Szoboszlai hasn't covered himself in glory. I'm not going to sit here and there's a reason why I'd like us to sign Shirky. Like, obviously, my whole thing with the Szoboszlai thing is when he played under Klopp, he was playing as a right. He was basically told to do what Henderson's job was, and he's never done that in his career. And then this season, he's been playing in the 10, but we haven't had a striker. I've said this, he doesn't live up to expectations.
So why am I branded as a madman when I say the guy's not good enough?
Because today's not even about Szoboszlai and you've crashed out on him. No. I didn't randomly bring him up to crash out. There was an argument.
I don't know where Szoboszlai came from. I don't know where it came from. I ain't gonna lie to no one.
Jamie, where did Szoboszlai chat come from?
Don't do that.
I don't know where it came from. I ain't gonna lie to no one. I can't remember where it came from.
Don't do that. Kojo asked me a question and I answered the question.
Once we'll wake up from a dream and be like, I know you cheated on me, you know. I know you cheated on me.
No, Cal, don't. Cal, do you know why you can't do? Cal, do you know why you can't do that? You know why you can't do that? Because Kojo asked me a question and I answered the question. And then when I started speaking about Szoboszlai, his protectors came in and were just palming everything away. You know what I'm saying? Palming everything away. So
go back and watch the tapes, bro.
You go back and watch the tapes.
Go back and watch the tapes, man.
Go back and watch the tapes. He asked me a question, and I said and who's going to create in the 10? I said, who's going to create? Because our 10 doesn't create. Right?
So you brought him up then?
Yes, I brought up this. Yes, but as a conversation, because we're talking about Curtis Jones. We moved on from Curtis Jones.
Yeah, we were speaking about if when Trent goes, we need creativity. And you brought up Szoboszlai.
Yes. So I didn't bring him up for no reason. We were talking about creativity. And what is the position where you're supposed to create things?
The 10 and from the wide areas.
Yeah, right.
So why didn't you speak about Gakpo or Diaz then?
We can get to them. But in terms of the first position you speak about when you're talking about creativity is the 10. Trent is leaving, so we're losing creativity. So we want to see and Slot plays with a number 10. Even though, yes, I understand the role he plays is slightly more combative. It's more combative and he has to do more running. I understand that. But the manager wants our 10 to create as well. And Szoboszlai doesn't do that to a high enough standard. Just because I say he gets a nosebleed, I say all these things, I understand what he brings to the team in terms of balance. But now that Trent is no longer here, that's one less player we need to cover for, because we're probably going to have to get a new balanced right back, whether that's Conor Bradley, hopefully I think it's Szoboszlai, or whether we get another right back.
You know, if you were to look at his heat map for the season once, you would actually see where he plays and takes up a lot of his positions.
You even listened to what I just said, did you?
No, I did. I hear everything you're saying, but I'm saying he starts as a 10 on the football pitch. But if you actually see where he plays predominantly, in the same way, Trent starts off at right back, but Trent can end up anywhere on the pitch pretty much, especially when he was doing the inverted system. So Szoboszlai is effectively playing as a right centre midfielder who sometimes gets into the 10 position, and when he gets into the 10 position, often doesn't create or do the right decision. I'll admit that. But when you actually look at his heat map and you look at the positions he takes up on the football pitch, our number 10 covers our right back. So if that's the case, that's a system issue, because I've never, ever seen Messi covering Dani Alves at right back. I've never, ever seen Rui Costa covering Cafu.
I don't mind Szoboszlai covering Trent at right back, because Trent can create. I'd rather Trent outside the box any day than Szoboszlai. So Szoboszlai covering the right back.
You can't have your cake and eat it once. You can't crash out on him for not being in the position to be a number 10 and then
whoa. I've never said about him not being in the right position. Those words have never come out of my mouth. It's about when he gets to the position. What he does, I told you, he gets a nosebleed. It's about when he gets in the position.
But when you're playing with probabilities as a number 10, the more they're on the ball, the more chance they have to passes, the more you're going to get from the 10.
But he runs so much, right? So he's in the position more than enough.
Do you know the only player that's set up more balls in the box this season than Szoboszlai is Salah?
Say that again.
So, apart from Salah, Szoboszlai is the highest percentage player that has assists inside the penalty box for Liverpool this season.
Do you know what? Do you know when I knew Szoboszlai was
Salah's the second. That's what I'm saying. So everyone else needs to chip in more than Szoboszlai.
Shall I tell you when I knew Szoboszlai was damned if he did, damned if he didn't? When he passed, he put the ball on the plate. He put the ball on the plate for Nunez, and you know what people said? He should have scored that himself. That's what I knew the guy was.
That's two things can be true. He should have shot, but he was a perfect pass as well. Two things can be true.
Perfect pass that was.
Perfect
pass. Absolutely perfect pass.
And he should have finished it himself. Prime Gerald would have finished that himself.
No, that's wrong.
What do you mean Prime Gerald, man? Like, honestly, like, the bottom line is he's not exceeded. He's not reached the heights that you lot thought he could reach. A man is still protecting him from this creative standpoint. His decision making in and around the box is dross. It's crap.
Yeah, agreed. Just like Diaz and Gakpo.
Oh, Diaz is horrible outside the box.
Exactly.
Why have you spent a bit better? Gakpo probably a bit better, but Szoboszlai
Gakpo cuts in and tries to cross it to the back post. We know that's
better than anything Szoboszlai tries to do at any point.
And again, so why have you spent half an hour on Szoboszlai but not mentioned anything about Gakpo or Diaz?
Because we're not going to sell our left wingers. We're not
great.
For me,
I'm great in the box. That's all I'm going to say.
Great. I'm just saying.
That's why they cut the mood.
Carl, remember what I said about Trent as well early in the stream. Did I not say that Trent is 50% of our creativity?
And I agree. Him and Salah are creative players.
Exactly. And I said that now that Trent's gone, McAllister can't create the way McAllister. We know McAllister can be a mad maestro if he was in the position to do it. But that's not the way the manager wants to play McAllister. Me and Cal said on many occasions we love to see McAllister go forward and play the 10, but that's probably not what we're going to see. So therefore,
before you crash out at me, I've changed my mind on the McAllister thing. I prefer McAllister in the pivot making late runs into the box.
That's what I said.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, but I just want to be clear that
that's his best position.
And I changed my mind.
It's his best position.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
that's like how you change your mind with club and Trent.
I needed a to come in and rotate with Gravenberch or McAllister, depending on the opposition.
I feel we're going to be different next season because I feel like. So I think what Slot wants to do. I wouldn't be surprised if we bought Frimpong. Yeah, he's £35 million release clause. Yeah, and he's got the pace to go up and down, unlike Trent did. And so his recoveries could be better in Trent.
And Trent had the pace; he just chose not to run back very far.
And
by the way, would you guys say
we get Kirkes at left back? I think what Slot wants to do next season is dominate higher up the pitch with possession, which means he needs fullbacks that can do that at this moment in time. If you look at the way Trent played as a fullback compared to Connor Bradley is up and down. Connor Bradley gets to the byline and gets crosses in. Trent don't do that. He stays very deep and plays Hollywood passes. I think Slot wants his fullbacks to be able to get the byline, hold wide positions, to hold the width, get possession across the midfield.
I'm so
be
not
creative and be creative from there.
I'm so not ready for this lifestyle. I just hope whatever right back is what Trent brings us from a creative standpoint, the amount of creativity we're gonna lose. Get ready for a boring Liverpool next season if we don't make the right changes. That's what I will say.
If we win 1-0 every game, I don't care, man.
We have to score the goal as well, though, Jamie. I don't know, man. Big up, David.
I think everyone. How many teams would you sit here right now in the Premier League and say have got a shitload of creators in their side? Not many.
Yeah,
I think there's
but we're better than every other team because of
this mythic. Like if you look at Arsenal, Arsenal got one creator. If you look at United, they've got one creator. Look at Chelsea, one creator. You look at Liverpool, they got, I think, multiple creators. Trent is a big aspect to that, but I think we'll have to play in a different way. That's why I'm saying you have fullbacks attacking fullbacks that go up and down the line every game. You overlapping your wingers. That means they can tuck in more. You overload your midfield. Liverpool will be fine next season, man. Liverpool will be fine.
I don't know. I'm not so sure. Shout out David Reese says Kwanzaa, Jones, Elliott, Bajcetic can cut, bro. Oh, don't say Bajcetic. Don't say the B word.
David, no, I'm not saying I wouldn't sell any of those guys because we need a squad. We actually need a squad.
Shout out Daniel. He says he's
like 14 players, 15 players in today's game.
I wouldn't, bro. I'm not with Kojo when I say I get rid of Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott. I didn't say either of those names.
I will say this, and I'll stand on it. I'll stand on business here. In a slot system, what it requires from the midfielders, Elliott cannot play the 10. Elliott has to play right wing.
I agree. Well, Elliott has to come off the bench when there's more space.
Elliott's to go to another club.
He's got to get out of it, man. Elliott's got to go.
Probably. I think Elliott's just an impact player thing. Just an impact thing for him. Shout out Daniel Boy says he's your best player. Szoboszlai is not our best player for the life for me. But as I said, I just think that with Trent's creativity leaving the team and Salah for me, Cal, he's still scoring goals, but he's not gonna get better than this. He's not gonna get better. I mean, I said that last year, but here we are. But
if he doesn't have to defend like he did this season, he can stay further up the pitch. I don't think his goals are going to dry up.
No, I didn't say goals. I just said, he's for me. I just don't think he's. I don't know. Like, I don't think he's gonna get any better as per se from a performance standpoint consistently. So if you look at that and then you take away Trent out of the equation, we do need to compensate for that creativity. And as much as Jota, Nunez, Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott were two of the other names thrown in there. Kwanzaa was a name that was thrown in there. We're not going to get rid of all these players. As Cal said, exactly, we need a squad. So we're definitely not going to get rid of most of these players. Probably going to get rid of Darwin Nunez. And we probably need a midfielder to add to what we've got rather than getting rid of a midfielder. So that begs the question, where do we compensate for creativity? Do we rely on it coming from wide areas? Or do we not? Or maybe do we drop Szoboszlai back in the pivot and let him rotate? So they rotate as a 3 and then actually have a creative 10. Because if we have a balanced right back, then Szoboszlai doesn't have to do all this running that everyone.
I think our creativity will come from possession. It's what Slot wants to play. He wants to play build-up possession football. He doesn't like playing transitional football.
I know, but I don't know. We've scored a lot of our goals in transition.
Yeah, it's because all our players are transitional players.
They're used to it. They're good at it. But
we also defer to Trent a lot, I think, when things aren't going well. When things aren't going well.
Not with this season.
I think we've deferred to Trent multiple occasions. I think.
All right, so Mons, to answer your question, for me, you get another 10 who is more creative to rotate with Szoboszlai. You get a winger who is creative.
Yeah.
And you also get a striker who can stick the ball in the net and also add in and chip in with a couple of assists a season as well. It's not that hard.
He wants pace. He said it himself. He just wants pace up top. This whole team is changed by
I understand. And by the way, and I asked the question as well. I think Diaz has had a good season.
Yeah, he's been
I think Diaz has been good this season, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he's been best through the middle.
Yeah. Actually, I think since he's come back and he's played on the left, he's been good. Since this purple period on the left, I think he's been good. I think his time when he played false nine also dried up. There was a moment where the false nine thing dried up with Diaz. I think
the whole team dried up at that point.
Yeah, but the Diaz still dried up in the false nine. He started a part to play in that. I think, anyways. I look at I think Gakpo's had a good season. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying bare of our players are shit. I just think our players are super shit at certain things. But all in all, as players, they're of a good enough standard to take us to the promised land, which they've done this season. Szoboszlai brings ultimate balance to our midfield, but ultimately can't create a damn thing. You know, I think Diaz can't. Diaz has brain. Diaz can't do. His end product is scary. It's really bad at times. But when Diaz is on it, I generally think he's one of the best wingers in the league. When he's on it, when he's really, really on it, you know.
When he's really on it, he's the best left winger in the league. We just don't see often enough.
Gordon, maybe, but he's
him at his best is better than Gordon at his best.
I think an out-and-out striker next season.
I hear the conversation.
I think an out-and-out striker next season with pace that can finish will change our team completely.
Facts.
It will change our team completely.
Yeah, but my point is, even though, as I said, even though I say that Diaz, even though we know what Diaz is good at, we really know what he's not good at. This season, Diaz has done his thing in it. Like, cool, it's come in purple patches, but he has done his thing. Gakpo, I think we have the perfect blend of left wingers, where Diaz has his purple. When Diaz is off it, Gakpo will be on, and vice versa. And I feel like that's what's helped us as a left wing. And in the striker, what Diaz has had to do in the false nine, bro, I can't slander him this season, man. I just can't really do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't have it in me for that. And I know you're probably thinking, but you got all this energy for Szoboszlai. That's because people laud him for something he's not.
No, bro.
If anyone, like when people, not you per se. I know what he is. I know what he is. I mean, Dean, do you think he's crap, or do you just know that he's a runner?
He's a runner, isn't it? And
that's it. That's it. Not a runner who runs too much so he can't create. He's just a runner who can't create. How that one was for you, but like that's it. So I'm just really, I guess maybe I'm a bit shook up. I don't know where the creativity is going to come from. I'm really interested just to see who we buy to kind of compensate for that. And I think the less said about the Chelsea game, the better. Just wait, how did you watch that game back? Did you watch the game back?
Yes, I went up to Stamford Bridge, you know.
Yeah, so I feel like because there were so many wholesale changes, I feel like that was probably why a lot of the players performed the way they did.
Yeah. Oh, you know why he did that? Have you heard the theory? So you know Arne Slot hates Nottingham Forest with a passion, yeah? He purposely lost to Chelsea so Forest can't get Champions League football. It was a genius move. Because I can guarantee you right now, I bet you the first 11 play against Arsenal.
They better be.
I bet the first 11 plays against Arsenal. He hates Forest so much. He was like, you know what? I don't want to get in Champions League football. I'm going to lose to Chelsea. And he played the kids, man. He's a step ahead Slot, I'm telling you. Watch him play a full strength team. Watch it be McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch, Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah against Arsenal, man. And we take
but so that's why, even though, like, for me, like Kwanzaa not being of the level, or like Harvey Elliott not being good enough to maybe start in the 10, or whatever people have to say about Curtis Jones holding on to the ball too long, that Chelsea game didn't like change anything for me. Like, I didn't need that Chelsea game to know any of those things. You know what I'm saying? Is that fair to say, man? I didn't need the Chelsea.
When we watched that game, I was just like, yeah. or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure. Does everyone not agree with me there? We didn't need Chelsea game to know that maybe Harvey Elliott isn't the one to start in midfield consistently.
No,
to know
because he hasn't played all season. He hasn't played all season.
We didn't need that Chelsea game to know any of that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Mons. He's a step ahead. He was doing it on purpose to lose to Nottingham Forest. Fucked. The man's a genius.
Last thing. I think just before we close out, is Trent a Liverpool legend?
No.
Yes. Yeah. Of course he is.
No.
What? Of course he is, man.
He won't be right. So, will Trent in 20 years' time be spoken about the same as Steven Gerrard, Robbie Fowler, Graham Souness, Alan Hansen, Virgil van Dijk, Bruce Grobbelaar, Ian Rush?
Bruce Grobbelaar?
John Barnes. Yeah, he's a legend to a lot of people's eyes because he came through the 80s when we were winning everything.
I remember Bruce Grobbelaar, but I can't say he's a legend.
No, I'm just saying, will he be remembered in 20 years the same as them guys?
Yeah, I think he will be, Joe.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
The kids will remember him, man. My kids will remember him. They loved him. So they remember, bruv, the moments he brought you, bruv. The Barcelona game, the Champions League. Eric, bro, he brought us great moments, bro.
That was all Origi, man.
Well, he took the corner and scored from it at the same time, yeah?
Yeah, I just
because Origi's a cult hero, he's not a legend, he's a cult hero.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going to be more remembered. Do you think because of the way Trent left, he will be remembered as a cult hero?
Let me put it to you this way. Hang on, Gareth Bale won everything at Real Madrid. Yeah, multiple Champions League trophies. Yeah, he's not a legend at Real Madrid.
Real Madrid's not an emotional club, Joe.
Yeah, I know, but he's not a legend there. Only because you win things, it doesn't mean you're a legend.
I think Real Madrid are an emotional club. Maybe not to the level of Liverpool. They are definitely emotional. They're very entitled. And right, if we had Real Madrid's legacy, I think we'd be very entitled as well. I think just because we're not over there, we don't see them as emotional. I think Real Madrid fans are very emotional.
Very emotional, yeah.
They booed Ronaldo. They are an emotional fan base.
We could under Slot, we could become an entitled fan base.
Hopefully.
And I hope I was gonna say I hope we become one.
Mark Owen's more of a legend than Trent.
They're both legends.
Mark Owen won the Ballon d'Or with Liverpool, man. So apparently Trent thinks he has to move to Real Madrid for.
He ain't gonna win at Real Madrid, is he?
So yeah, like, fuck.
Well, I think he's a legend anyway. But
I just think in 20 years' time, are we going to talk about Trent? Are we going to talk about Trent? Like, are you guys in 20 years' time when we're all chatting? Yeah. Are we going to talk about Trent like we're going to talk about Virgil van Dijk?
Yeah, I think we will, because we're going to compare the right backs we've got now to Trent. We will still compare him and say, is he better than Trent?
Trent's not even the best right back ever at our club.
Well, who's been better than him?
In modern era, he is, though, Joe.
Modern era, maybe.
In modern era, he definitely is.
Yeah, that's who we're going to be comparing. That's what we're going to be comparing our right backs to now, is Trent. For the next however many years.
Don't know.
We ain't going to be comparing him to Bradley. I can't see it. It'd be to Trent.
Exactly. He finishes at another level with Trent. Exactly.
Wow. I don't know. Well,
and by the way, people were saying I'm getting in my feelings. It was a question. I answered it.
It's just, I just wanted to know. That was for the chat as well. There's 500 people in here, and I didn't really see too many people say yes or no. Only about 7, 8 to be fair.
I don't know. It all depends. Is he a legend right now?
Just quickly. I saw you say that Michael Owen was a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course Michael Owen's a legend.
Yeah, man.
You do not. So here's how I'll explain it.
Okay.
You can have you can be a legend and still have tarnished your legacy and still be a dickhead, for lack of a better word. You can still be those things, but you're still a legend.
Yeah,
I hear it. I hear what you're saying, pal. I hear it.
Like, I don't like Michael Owen the person, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like Michael Owen didn't get us trophies. What? Owen?
Cup final Arsenal.
I think everyone forgets how good Michael Owen was at 17 and 18.
Unbelievable.
He was as good as what when people talk about Mbappe at 17 and 18, that was Michael Owen.
BC17 says it perfect. he's a legend, but we don't claim him. That's how I see Owen.
I don't claim him either. Yeah. He'll play for Man United.
He's a rich uncle.
He's a rich uncle. I don't have a rebuttal to that.
He's a rich uncle that's got a crap personality and you don't like, but he's still rich.
Yeah.
You don't want him at family functions, but he's still rich. He's how can he not be a legend? Owen was at the club, broken at 17 and left.
He's not my legend, isn't it? He's not my legend. I hear you, man. He's not my legend.
He's not my legend. But he is a Liverpool legend.
Ballon d'Or.
I'm part of Liverpool.
Ballon d'Or.
I'm part of Liverpool, so he's not my.
One Ballon d'Or at Liverpool, man.
What are we doing here? He won the Ballon d'Or, bro. What are we doing? He won the Ballon d'Or for Liverpool.
The man was world class at 18. Let's not pretend, man. He was just.
Yeah, man.
I'm not denying. Same with Trent. I will never deny either of these guys' talents. Like I will never deny Trent's talent, his creativity. From a tactical standpoint, I am gutted that he is leaving. More than from actually a personal standpoint, I'm gutted that Trent is leaving. Bro, I'm the leader of the TDL. I've been there through the wind, the fire, and the rain for Trent. Through the Reece James comparisons, through the fucking Wan-Bissaka comparisons, through the Wan-Bissaka comparisons. Do you remember that?
Leave Wan-Bissaka alone, man.
Through the Hakimi comparisons. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been there, been through that. We've all been through that, but I'd say I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's hard to call Trent a legend right now of how I'm feeling about him.
What? Yeah, what and why I'm saying it as well.
That's why I said. I've said to the man, ask me in 5 years' time.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. That's why I said in 20 years, because in 20 years' time, people might actually be talking about Trent as a Real Madrid legend more than a Liverpool legend. That could be possible a case. You don't know. So, but right now, because he's still at the football club, yeah, you could probably say he's a legend because of what he's done. But I'm just talking about years ahead. We still talk about people like Kenny Dalglish and Graham Souness to this day, 70s and 80s, man. And it's now 2025. All I'm saying is, are we going to talk about Trent like that in the years to come? I don't know.
And he hasn't gone to a direct rival in the league as well, isn't he?
Do you know what I think will happen? If Trent goes and kills it in Real Madrid, Liverpool fans will double down even more and say he's a legend because they would want to be a part of his legacy.
Oh, you know what he's going to do if he's excellent at Real Madrid? Everyone's going to call him the best right back in the world.
Yeah.
All the rivals that hated him all this time.
Standard.
He's already been the best right back in the world.
He's the best right back in the world now, they're going to say.
And Liverpool fans will hold on to him and be like, we built him, we made him.
Yeah, of course.
We'll start giving him legend status. Because it benefits us. It benefits us as a club. It will benefit us if Trent goes and does well at Real Madrid without it playing against us.
Wait, Carl, do you think that? Do you think that? I know you said you're 50-50 on the club and Trent, but what was your opinion on the celebrations and what he said in that? Was it more that you had a problem with more than the?
What's my frustration with Trent?
Yeah.
My frustration with Trent is that fact that he's released the video today. Yeah. The fact that the video was rehearsed and choreographed and with graphics.
Choreographed. Sorry. Choreographed.
Sorry, yeah. It was.
I'm used to getting every word right in it, so that was just mad to hear from you getting the words wrong.
And the fact that he's added other videos and other images in there to make it seem like, oh, just celebrate me. Like
very PR-ish, isn't it? Like
very narcissistic.
Cal, do you know the thing on that? He would have produced that days or weeks ago. That was done.
Yeah. That wasn't done today.
That wasn't done that days or weeks ago. Do you know what pissed me off about this whole thing, though? Trent could have just said he was leaving the football club after the season finished, yeah?
After the parade.
Yeah, now, I don't know how he plays again all season.
And I don't know how he's accepted.
I don't know if he goes to the parade either.
When he lifts the trophy, are the fans going to cheer when he lifts the trophy?
It's difficult for him now.
We'll have to see. It's in 20 days. We'll have to see. We'll be there. We'll have to see.
It's so difficult for him now because that, like, the way Kevin De Bruyne left Man City for me is a lot more classy than the way Trent's leaving. and it's been accepted.
De Bruyne's been forced out, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but De Bruyne,
I think
De Bruyne is
that's
finished.
the wrong comparison because De Bruyne is 34.
And
I think De Bruyne resigns. I think they changed their mind on it. That video, though, if he was going to do a video and he had all that time to practice it, well, I don't know who he practiced with because it was the worst delivery I've ever heard. There was no emotion. He couldn't care. The man was like,
what I would say with Trent, though, he's not an emotional person, isn't it?
Cried when Klopp left, brother.
And even that though, bro, that wasn't like a mad emotional. He was just a little bit teary and that, barely, like, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing Trent emotional with Klopp, and I do think there's an era of if Klopp was still at the club, do you think Trent still would have gone to Real Madrid?
No,
I don't know, but I don't.
Do you think it would be? I think it would have been a lot harder for him to leave. I'll say that.
Then I'm pissed off even more because that's a poor mentality. What are we doing here? Dad leaves.
He spoiled Trent. Let's just call it what it is. Klopp spoiled Trent.
Of course he did. Spoiled him. Do what you want, Trent. Play where you want.
Who's vice
And
captain?
Unfortunately, there were games where it benefited the teams, but there was also games where it hindered us as well.
I agree with that.
I think we'd be better without Trent anyway.
We'll be better defensively. I don't know how we'll be going forward.
Who's vice captain?
By the way, being able to play out the back and supply the attackers within the same instance you win the ball back is also a skill in defense.
That's what I'm saying.
No one knows that better than Trent.
No, I agree, but defensively, we can all agree
it's
that
like how Verge, every time Verge receives a clearance or an off pass, his first touch is to one of our players rather than just hoofing out the stadium or hoofing it as far as he can. He literally cushions clearances to the wing backs. That's like a Virgil special.
Who do you guys think will be vice captain next season?
Mo Salah.
Yeah, Salah, man.
A lot of people think he might be Alexis McAllister.
Nah, Salah, man.
Salah, it's got to be.
I think Virgil, Salah, Alisson, they're the three, ain't they?
Yeah. If it was up to me, I'd probably make it Alisson, but it's either Alisson or Salah.
I don't want my goalkeeper to be a part of that, man.
Do you know how drunk on horse meat Alisson probably was a week? Because did you see that sliding tackle that he never does outside the penalty box?
he ain't done that since he was going through the mad thing. He ain't done it since he was going through the mad thing.
That man weren't caring or thinking in that game whatsoever.
Yeah, but listen, you lot, listen. We're gonna round it there. I hope everyone got their therapy out of the way. You know,
it's fun, man. It's a good show.
Yeah, as I said, it's this was supposed to be a party time, but listen, you lot, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Anything else you guys want to say before we just?
No, I've got to go in a minute. It's 3 a.m. and I'm touching cloth, so.
All right, you lot. Well, listen, it's been another episode of ESP. No one's actually live for me to redirect you. So we'll be back tomorrow at around just after NAF at like 1 something. I'll be doing a video with Errol and we'll be getting a proper Scouse point of view. We'll see how he's feeling. I know Errol and Tom, they ain't taking it well.
Yeah, Tom is not taking it well at all.
Yeah. Did you stream with him today or did you?
No, so I did my morning show and James, I called James Redmond in. And I spoke to James on live, and James has my sort of opinion. Tom has the complete opposite.
Did he jump on camera, James?
No. He just called me WhatsApp. I WhatsApp called both of them.
Oh, okay.
James WhatsApp called me, and then I WhatsApp called Tom.
How's Tom taking it?
Happy, bro.
Tom's
I would never bring up Trent face to face with Tom because I don't know how to react.
It's not a good way.
What part of let me know if I can watch that. I want to watch that.
I'm gonna go and watch Tom's live in a minute. That's what
I'm gonna go watch Tom's live. I thought I was taking it bad. I feel like I'm taking it quite bad.
In mums.
Yeah, and he jumped on stream.
Yeah, he's not.
How would you say I've taken it quite bad?
No, you've taken it brilliantly.
No, Carl, don't do that. Carl, don't do that.
You took it like my wife, mate.
That's
crazy.
No, Carl, you said I'm taking it bad. I'm taking the Trent news really badly because I want somebody right back. But anyway,
You've taken it terribly.
Until next time.